Hello, friends and family, YouTube. What's happening? Anybody here? Hello. Hello, hello. Hey, Tony, how you doing? Hey, DJ, how are you? Hey, Timmy Stories, how you doing, sweetheart? You doing okay today? Hey, Robin, how are you? How you doing, Robin? Uh-oh, we got somebody in the basement. Who do we got? Oh, Josh Skinner. Come on up here, son.
Happy birthday, Marine.
Hey, thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. Hey, Des, how are you? Josh, thanks for being here, dude. Des, Timmy's, hello. Devil Dog, hoorah, brother. Happy birthday, man. Eagle Globe and Anchor, baby. How old are we? 225, 226 years old. How old are we? You're welcome, Des. Des is saying hello to Josh.
Hi, Des.
Oh, man, es my vato loco. Ese cabrón, güey, eh? 805 Barbecue Junkie, welcome in. Appreciate you being here, my man. Celebrating Marines, right on. Cool. Oh, look who it is. Nancy. Our treasured home. Hello, how are you? Cool. Hey, what? I can't speak no Spanish, man. What's going on, man? Hey, man, you don't let me speak no Spanish, man. What's going on, man? Hey, man, mi cholo ese. Hey, mi cholo. Mi no burlio, no, mi cholo, güey. Happy birthday, Marines. That's right. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli.
I'll have to do it live next year on the Army birthday.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, you know what, dude? I assigned a bunch of mods. Des, you're a mod. My man 805, you're a mod. I don't know why it's not coming up. Is it showing wrenches on y'all's end?
Not 805, but Des was, I think.
She was. How about you, Josh? Can I teach Spanish? No, I cannot, love. I don't really know. I just know street Spanish.
No. It's not showing me, George.
Is George? I put George as a mod, 805. Yeah.
It ain't showing him either, or me.
Really? Is it showing any wrenches?
The real VR.
Okay.
Al.
Al is okay. Yeah.
Tony.
Okay. I don't know, but dude, I put pretty much everybody that comes in. I gave everybody a wrench, so I don't know why it didn't take. Des and the real VR, yeah, and Al. Okay, well, I don't know what happened, but Josh, I'll add you because you were on there, supposed to be on there as well. So was George. George, you know you're in there, bro.
I don't even see Des in the chat in here.
Sorry about that. My phone, I forgot to put it in airplane mode. My phone's been ringing off the hook.
Hello, Weehoo Robin.
And Tony, okay.
I don't see Des in the chat at all.
She's in there. I saw her.
Well, I see her on StreamYard. I don't see it on YouTube. We were talking about this over else. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, something's not right with YouTube from what's.
What's up, Trump Master?
Hey, Lewis, how you doing, man? Good to see you, dude. Thanks for coming in.
Brother Lewis.
Lewis, I think Lewis's son, who is a Marine, comes home today, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Lewis, is that correct? Will you correct me if I'm not right? Hey, Marie, how are you? Got to go. You all have a great night. You just got here, Marie.
Hey, Ralph.
Hey, Ralph, how you doing, Webb's Web? Thanks for popping in, everybody.
Army, that's right. Army all the way.
Marine Corps. I just scared my dog. Come here, Starsky. You're okay. Come here. You know, Josh, that's how the Marines got their name in World War II. We did that out in the jungle to scare off the Germans who were outnumbering us. And we did that, and they got so scared that they would retreat. And when they later found out it was actually Marines, they gave us the name Teufelhunden, which means devil dog in German. That's how we got our names. Let the dogs out. That's right. Come here, Anna. My other dog's scared too. Addie, what the hell's going on over here? It's okay. Come here. You're okay. This dog's 120 pounds and she's afraid of me. I don't know why. She could break me in half if she wanted to.
Well, I tried joining the Marines in '94 when they found out when I was answering all the questions. They told me I busted both my knees. And they're like, oh, nope. Because the Gulf War just ended. And I'm like, all right. So then I went to the Army and I didn't tell them. So I got in there. And then when I got home from basic, I was getting letters from Marines trying to get me to join. I'm like, I just went through 9 weeks. Hell, I ain't doing it again for another 13.
Oh, really? Well, the problem is if you don't tell them and they find out about it, like when you first get in, because a lot of times when you go into boot camp, they'll do really extensive medical reviews on you because they know people kind of fib a little bit to get in. You know, a lot of people want to get in to get a career. So they do really heavy duty testing, at least in the Marine Corps they do. I don't know about Army, but
Well, I'm sure they did.
If they find out you're lying, or if they can find out that you're just getting in there to get a claim, to get money or whatever, they can actually sue you. And it generally doesn't turn out well for whomever.
Well, I think it did well. Like I said, I think in '94 the Gulf War just was pretty well over for a few years, and they're kind of pushing people out. So.
Oh yeah. Barbacoa house, everybody. Barbacoa Bandits. Thanks for popping in, man. Pineapple. Yeah, we got some vatos de fumar.
What's up, Lep?
Lep's in the house. What's up, Lep? Lep, you should have a wrench too. I made you a moderator. Do you have a wrench?
Lep has a wrench.
Okay, good. Lep, you're in there. Pineapple should have one.
Pineapple has one.
Lewis
has one.
Okay. Why some people got them, some people didn't. But Josh, I knew you were going to be the first one in today, Josh. I just knew that. So I want to tell you guys not a funny story. It's actually, it's a crazy story to hear. It actually happened to me in my Marine Corps, in my very short Marine Corps history. I was only in for a little over 3 years and 3 months. I enlisted for 5, but I broke my back. And of course, everybody knows I just had surgery for that. But anyway, how I actually got out was I was over in the Philippines and we were doing jungle environment survival training when I fell off a cliff and actually the radio jammed into my lower spine and broke my back. I didn't walk for 2 weeks of my life. I didn't feel my legs for about 10 days. I thought I was paralyzed for forever. Thank God, by the grace of God, here I sit. Sensation came back, numbness and tingling in both legs. And then they manipulated me a little bit. I was laying in a bed at a naval hospital in Okinawa, and they somehow got feeling back to at least my legs where my feet could move. And then it was just pain in my left leg. And then that's when they shipped me back to 29 Palms, California to do my medical eval to figure out what was really wrong with me. They found out that I had a broken bone on my back, my L5 vertebrae. And so they were going to figure out what they were going to do to me. So what they did is they flew me back to Okinawa back to the Philippines back to Okinawa. And then from Okinawa, we flew back to 29 Palms, California. So my second time being in Asia, I was only there for about 19 days total time. By the time we rotated back to the 29 Palms. Now, this was 1990. Okay, 1990. Now, everybody knows in 1990 what happened in August or September. I can't remember exactly when. We got on an airplane and we flew back again. We flew to, so I think it was Yokosuka Air Base in Japan. It was mainland Japan. And we got on a C-130. We were on a C-141. We flew to, I think it was Yokosuka Air Base. And then from Yokosuka, we took off at a C-130, which is a cargo. It's got 4 propeller planes, where a C-141 is a quad jet motor plane. Anyway, so we land in Turkey, Josh, and I don't know, it was a Naval Air Station, Turkey, but there was a lot of Army and Marines there as well. I don't know the name of the base. We land in Turkey at 0618 or 19, whatever it was. I remember what time it was, because I stood up to look out the window and our platoon sergeant slapped me on the helmet and says, "Sit your ass down. You ain't going nowhere." I looked at my watch. It was like 6:18, 6:19 in the morning. It was still dark. But something weird had happened that morning that we did not know about. About 3 hours prior, Iraq invaded Kuwait. And if you know anything about geographics, you have Turkey, you have Kuwait. Like, I think it's like that, okay? Needless to say, we had flown into a hot zone, which started out being the first 90-day Iraqi, or I think it was the 90-day war, the Iraqi war, whatever. So we sat on C-130. We took on more fuel. We were on board. We were never allowed to disembark the plane. We just sat there. They made us clean our weapons, disembark, take our weapons apart, clean them, whatever. Whenever we didn't have something to do, we either polished our boots or we cleaned our weapons. That's what we did. Devil Dog will back me up on that. Josh, I'm sure y'all did the same shit.
Yeah.
Sat on the 130, weren't allowed to do anything. We're waiting to figure out what the hell's going on. How come we can't get off the bird? Come to find out, we find out later when we get back to Okinawa, and then later back to 29 Palms, California, about a week later, that Iraq invaded Kuwait and all the oil wells were actually burning as we sat on that tarmac, not very far from where we were. It's probably less than 110, 120 miles away. So nobody knew what was going on. But actually, I was in a C-130 on an air base in Turkey. It was either Navy or Army. I can't remember which, because we never actually got to get off the airplane. But that was the precursor to the Gulf War, the first one, Iraqi Freedom or whatever it was called. I don't know, because I didn't serve in that. I go back to 29 California. They put me on light duty, Josh, where my job was to drive the company CO, which is Captain Baker, around in a Humvee. I was his shadow. And when they figured out that they could either only do surgery on me or kick me out of the Marine Corps because I couldn't go back out in the field with a broken bone in my back, they were afraid I'd be paralyzed.
Yeah.
So they called me in for an MRB, a medical review board. They gave me my options. Either you put steel rods on both sides of your spine, or you could just stay in. You could be a pogue the rest of your life, shuffle papers, be a driver. I was pretty smart. So they allowed me. They said, "Hey, you could stay in, but your MOS has got to change because you can't go out in the field. And we got to do surgery on you." I said, "Look, Captain," it was a Navy captain telling me this, "You're not touching me. You're not going to do it." Hey, Fat Ninja, how you doing, man? So anyway, long story short, guys, not to bore you, I denied the surgery at that time, which was in 1990. I sat around for another 6 months. 1st Battalion, 7th Marines, got back on a frickin' C-140, went back to the Philippines, Subic Bay, Philippines, which is where they staged. And from there, they went actually to, it was right outside of Iraq. And I can't remember what country it was because I wasn't on that mission. But my guys, 1st Battalion, 7th Marines, weapons company, our weapons platoon, 1st Battalion, 7th Marines, they actually got dispatched with 3rd Marine Division over there. They were the very first force over there to set up recon to figure out what the hell was going on. So I was that close to being in the first Iraqi war.
Desert Shield.
And let me tell you something, Josh. As I sit here today, just had major surgery from something that happened 30 something years ago. Look, I'm no hero, man. I'm not. I'm glad I didn't go. Nobody wants to go into war. I don't care if you're a Marine, Army, Air Force, Marines, whatever. You don't want to go to war. Everybody says, yeah, I want to go kill people. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. If you say you do, you've never done it. You've never been close to doing it, because if you did, you would not want to do it. So anyway, today, guys, I'm very proud to say that I served in the United States Marine Corps for a very, very short time, 3 years, 3 months. I am a disabled veteran. I am 100% permanent and total through the Veterans Administration. I will never be able to play golf again. There's a lot of things I won't be able to do again, but I don't care. I'm glad I got to do what I did. I've been around the world. I've seen all kinds of cultures. I've slept in different beds in all kinds of countries all across the world. I'm very glad that I served, but I'm no hero. I am a veteran. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, but I'm not a hero. So tomorrow is Veterans Day, so I want everybody to kind of think about everybody, the veterans. It's not Memorial Day, okay? So don't get those two mixed up. Veterans Day is just to celebrate everybody like Josh and I who have served, Devil Dog and Dave Collier, a lot of other people who have served their country, in the armed services. It doesn't mean we're combat veterans. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means we served our country honorably discharged. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here today and say happy Marine Corps, happy birthday, Marine Corps, hoorah. And I do have respect for every branch. My dad was in the Army for 28 and a half years. He had served in the Air Force 2 years prior to that. My grandfather was in for 18 years during World War II. He was in the Army Air Corps. So I come from a long list of, actually, Robert E. Lee, the Confederate general, is actually blood to me somehow down the line. I don't know exactly how, but we go back, way back, serving our country. So it's a big deal for me, but I'm not going to sit here and fly my Marine Corps flag 365 days a year. That's not my style. It's the first and only time you'll ever see me wear a Marine shirt until next Marine Corps birthday. I don't wear the, veteran hat that you see at the Walmart and all that. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. But anyway, I digress.
I quit wearing my veteran hat because people walking up and, or sitting behind you at a movie theater, tapping on your shoulder or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm with you, Josh. A lot of people say, hey, at Starbucks, if you're wearing a Marine shirt or a hat or something, can I buy your drink? I don't want anybody paying for anything for me. I don't want anything free. Tomorrow we're going to have freebies, Josh, all over the country. That Starbucks, you can get a free coffee. I may go get a freebie.
I'm not going.
Huh?
I won't. I'm not.
Normally,
the way I look at it,
normally I don't, Josh, but I'm going to tell you something. Starbucks, here's a weird thing I have about Starbucks. I'm a coffee freak. Hey, VR, how are you, man? You should have a wrench too, VR.
VR does.
Okay. I love Starbucks coffee, the product. I despise Starbucks, the company. I don't like their business model, other than they do fair trade organic coffees. That part I do agree with. When I first started my tree and landscape company, Josh, I had a coffee program where I sourced product from all over the world through Houston Roasters down in Houston, Texas. On my bag, it had my logo on the front, and on the back was a charity of my choice, which was SPCA of North Texas. And every bag of coffee that I sold or gave away, part of those proceeds went to SPCA of Texas. I'll go get a free coffee from Starbucks just to get something free from them, because I do buy their products. Unfortunately, I just don't like them as a company. I think they're anti-American, although they do pay their workers well with not only with wages, but with medical insurance. But I think they're a liberal company, and I'm not down with that. So.
Yeah, that's why one, I don't drink coffee, but two, I don't support Starbucks because of their beliefs, basically, like what you're saying.
Devil Dog.
Uh-oh.
Happy birthday.
What's up, brother? Happy birthday, man. See, me, I'm a little bit...
What's that, Devil Dog?
Hold on. I can't. Volume's down here for some reason.
A lot of
I done
people
7 deployments in 10 years.
don't
I'm no
like,
hero.
they don't like Starbucks coffee.
Heroes die for their country. I live for mine.
That's right. You know,
Right.
Josh, the thing people used to say when I was in high school, still waiting to ship off to go to the Marine Corps. I actually enlisted the Marine Corps when I was still a junior in high school. I was what was called delayed entry
program. Me too.
Yeah, I was in the buddy system, or the buddy program. But anyway, people used to say, "Oh, that's so great! You're going to go. You're going to risk your life for your country." No, I'm not. I'm going to make somebody else risk their life for their country. You know, we used to have a saying when I was young and stupid, saying, you know, we had a saying in the Marine Corps: we go to exotic lands, we meet interesting people, and we kill them. You know, that was our saying in the Marine Corps. I've never killed anybody that I'm aware of. I did have to put lead down range, and we cut down some trees because we were getting fired at by the NPA, but that was in the Philippines. That was not an active conflict. We just got hit by some guerrillas that we had to protect ourselves. I don't know if I hit anybody or not, but again, I'm no hero. I'm not a combat veteran. I don't got a ribbon that says I'm a combat veteran. I'm not a combat veteran. I'm just a guy who did his 3.5 years and got out.
And like I said, heroes die for their country. I live for mine.
Eddie, can you hear us?
Yes, now I can.
Okay, I can hear you just fine, brother. So what do you have to say, Eddie? I know you're a proud Marine. You fly your flag 365. What do you want to say, brother?
Well, that's the thing. You were saying about you don't wear your hat or anything else, you know, other than on Veterans Day or Marine Corps birthday or whatever else. Mm-hmm. Well, see, I don't expect people to give me anything or buy me anything or anything like that. You know, I did my service or whatever else. But I do wear my hats. I have several Marine Corps hats and everything else, just for the simple fact of the pride. I mean, you know as well as I do that once you graduate boot camp, you earn the title of Marine. And that's something that's earned, not given.
That's right.
And that's something I worked hard for and everything else. And I am proud of myself and I'm proud of the Marine Corps. And I'm proud to display my Marine Corps EGA and everything else. That's why I represent, you know, and everything else. Now I do want to thank Ralph and Josh and everything, you know, tomorrow for their service. Today's our day, guys, our day, yeah. Marine Corps birthday. But I mean, I do appreciate, you know, the other branches of the service. They're our brothers. They did the same, you know, same job we did and everything else.
100%.
But I mean, I am proud to be a Marine. And one of the things is when I was on delayed entry program too, from my junior year and everything else. And, you know, there was people, especially, you know, my senior year when it came closer to time and everything else, there were other people in my class and everything that said, you know, well, because I was always chubby. Okay. And I was always, you know, playing football and baseball and everything else. And they called me Fast Eddie, but I think that was a nickname they gave me. But I think it was more of a derogatory term than anything, you know, but oh, well, whatever. But I had several of these people say, man, you won't graduate boot camp. You ain't going to make it. You ain't going to be a Marine, blah, blah, blah. And so here's the thing. Before I went in the Marine Corps, I weighed like 233 pounds. And before they would send me to boot camp, I had to lose 30 pounds before I could even go to boot camp.
That body private.
Yeah, well, yeah, diet private and everything else. But see, here's the thing. Every night, my senior year, every
red stripes above and below your boot camp.
Yep. And I mean, I have the pictures to prove it and stuff. And my birthday was in boot camp and I couldn't eat no cake or anything like that because I was a diet private. But so they would, you know, every night when I was a senior, every night I would be outside running. And I would be going to the delayed entry program meetings and doing sit-ups and push-ups and runs and everything else. Well, I lost 30 pounds. So I went into boot camp weighing 203, and I was a diet private. And I come out of boot camp, and that ain't including the muscle I put on in boot camp, and muscle weighs more than fat.
Yep.
And I came out of boot camp weighing 173. I lost 30 pounds in boot camp. But then to earn the title of Marine – when we had like 90 some people initially get dropped to our platoon and only graduated 40 some, because other people couldn't hack it mentally or physically or anything else, and know that I earned the title. And I went home in my dress blues, and I went up to one of them guys, and I'm like, you said I'd never make it. Well, here I am, and everything else. And he's like, oh, well, I'm sorry, congratulations, or whatever BS he said or whatever. But he was one that was riding me hard all the time and everything else. So to earn the title of Marine, because the Marines, a few of the proud, and, it was just something to me that I'm proud of. I'll be proud. And if I had it to do all over again, I'd do all over again.
Okay, 1 second, Eddie. Hold on. I just want to catch up with the chat. Please hold your thought. Hey, Chris, Tennessee Bushcrafter, how you doing? Real VR, that was really funny. Thanks to Nazis for shooting your grandpa. That's funny. Let's see. Tennessee Bush. Okay, Nancy. Okay. I'm sorry. We're caught up, Eddie. I'm sorry.
Oh, no big deal.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify something to you, Eddie. I didn't mean any kind of, you shouldn't wear your colors. No. Don't misunderstand me, dude. I didn't say that. What I said was I don't do that. I'm a very, very empathetic person. I'm almost to the point of being an empath, okay, which is it's not really a good trait. I don't really look at it as my favorite trait that I have. I feel everything that everybody says. So if you say something, I'm going to feel it. I'm going to hear it, and then I'm going to ingest it. I'm going to feel it. It's going to become a part of me. Hey, Judy May, how you doing, babe? I will tell you this. So when I see the little old man wearing the Korea hat, right? Combat veteran or Korea or whatever, or the Vietnam, I go out of my way to, hey, sir, and I show my tattoo, right? USMC. Sir, I just want to shake your hand and say thanks for all you went through. You went through stuff I could not imagine. I read about you in the books. And I tell them, I read about you in the books. It wasn't them, but I made it about them. I make those people feel special because you know what? They fought in combat. I didn't. That makes them a badass, in my opinion. They're heroes. Whether they lived or died, it doesn't matter. You fought in combat. You're a hero to me. So, Eddie, please don't misunderstand me, bro. I want everybody to fly their color. I just don't do it because I don't want to be sick. Because to me, I don't think that I completed my task. I was going to be a lifer. And because I fell off a cliff, I broke my back. I was partially paralyzed. I got cut down to my prime. So I don't feel like I've earned. Yes, I've earned the right. I am a Marine, but I don't feel like I earned the right to go around wearing my hat, my shirt, and all that all the time because I'm not a 20-year, 30-year guy. And you don't have to be that to wear your colors. It's just me. I'm an empathetic person. That's why I don't do it. So anyway, go ahead.
Well, I initially enlisted to be a lifer as well. I planned on retiring. My dreams or my aspirations back then was to join the Marine Corps, do my 20, 30 years, whatever, retire, get another job, do 20 or 30 more, and retire from that too, and have two things and everything else. Well, it didn't work out for me either because I got injured in the Marine Corps as well. I have to this day, well, now I have arthritis in both my knees, my ankles, and I have a split tendon, and the later on in life, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And the doctor says the only way to fix it is to do surgery. And I'm like, no, I'm not, doing surgery, but I enlisted for initial 6 and I got out. I did a little bit under 3 because I went in February 91 and got out in November of 93, but it was on a medical discharge, so it wasn't to my fault that I got out or anything. And it wasn't my intention or anything else. Now I'm not 100% disabled. I'm 70%, but, fighting with the VA and stuff is a beast, but.
Okay. Let me interject. Eddie, let me interject right there. Let me interject, brother.
I'm going to step down and let you guys have your Marine birthday. I just want to jump up.
Okay, Josh.
And tell someone.
Sorry, Josh, but
I'm going to jump down here in a minute too, Josh.
Hold on. You shut up, Eddie. You ain't going nowhere.
I'm actually playing 2 other Marines lives right now.
Look here. You see this right here, Eddie?
Yeah.
This VA is letters. My VA file plus all the other Tri-West bullshit I've got here. This is 32 years of fighting the VA, my benefits. I I got discharged in 1991 at 10% disabled. It took me 32 or 33 years, whatever it's been, 31 years, whatever, to get to 100% now. And
I know.
And so it's not only did you fight for your country, right? You fought to get through boot camp, you fought to get to your school of infantry and all that. Now you got to get out and you got to go make a living, even though you're hurting every day, right? You got to go make a living.
Yep.
You got to pay bills because the VA is not going to pay you because the VA is a scam. I mean, it's like they do the bare minimum, right? They do the bare minimum for all forces, you know, and it's just too big of a system. I don't want to say it's a scam. It's not a scam. It's a real entity, but they don't treat their veterans right. The program was not set up to support every veteran the way it should be. They should be supported. It just wasn't set up correctly. So you and I have been fighting this system forever. I'm still, now I get full benefits. So I get, you know how much money I get every month. And also I don't pay property taxes on a house. There's a lot of things I don't pay for.
Yeah.
Saves me a lot of money. And I'm also, I'm on a waiting list for SSDI. Okay. Which will be another, couple of grand a month, whatever. So I'm set up for the rest of my life, and I own 2 or 3 businesses. So I'm okay for now. But what about all those other kids that came back blown up? I stayed out of the veteran system, the VA, Eddie. I stayed out for about 12 years, like in the mid 90s to the mid 2000s. I stayed out because those kids were coming back with no arms and no legs. Okay. I stayed out because I wanted them to get the preferential treatment. I wanted them to get the appointment times. I stayed out of respect for those guys. And again, I guess I'll go back to my point. That's why I don't wear the Marine Corps hat. I don't wear the stuff because to me, I didn't really do anything other than my job. You know what I mean? So I'm nobody special. I just signed up, I stood up, and I did what I was supposed to do. I got my ass kicked every day. I kicked everybody else's ass every day. That's what we did. So there you go. But I'm proud. I'm proud that I did it because I did something a lot of people can't do. I've seen people kill themselves right there in front of me. I've smelled that smell. I know what it smells like. And, a lot of people will never, ever see that. They'll never experience some of the stuff we've experienced. And it's hardcore, man. But it's defined me who I was or who I am. So there you go. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, baby. We're going to fight our country's battles on earth. Oh, in the air, land, and sea. There you go. Eddie, what are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm watching 3 Marines lives right now at the same time.
Okay. Well, I know Dave Collier's not going on till later. Who else?
Nope, Dave Collier's on right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he went on at the same time you did at 7 or whatever. And him and Grumpy Grunt.
I don't know who that is.
He's knife community, but he's a Marine as well.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, you don't pay attention. Share that. Share that. The screen down below.
I don't see anybody.
No, there's not anybody. It's a devil dog. It's a white page down in the basement.
Do you want me to add that to stream?
Yes.
There you go.
Let me make it bigger.
Okay. That's why it didn't show up to me. Oh, this is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one's mine. You want to read that to everybody since I can't see it?
It says, my rifle is my best friend. It is my life. I must master it as I master my life. My rifle without me is useless. Without my rifle, I am useless. I must fire my rifle true. I must shoot straighter than my enemy who is trying to kill me. I must shoot him before he shoots me. I will. My rifle and myself know that what counts in this war is not the rounds we fire, the noise of our burst, nor the smoke we make. We know that it's the hits that count. We will hit. My rifle is human, even as I, because it is my life. Thus, I will learn it as a brother. I will learn its weaknesses, its strengths, its parts, its accessories, its sights, and its barrel. I will ever guard it against the ravages of weather and damage, as I will ever guard my legs, my arms, my eyes, and my heart against damage. I will keep my rifle clean and ready. We will become part of each other. We will. Before God, I swear this creed. My rifle and myself are the defenders of my country. We are the masters of our enemy. We are the saviors of my life. So be it until victory is America's, and there is no enemy but peace.
You know, Devil Dog, thank you for sharing that. Do you remember at boot camp, we had a shorter version of that we had to memorize. We said it every night when we had lights out. Do you remember that?
Yep.
Every single night when you're in the rack with your weapon, flag, you put a flag in it, and you went to sleep with your weapon. It doesn't matter squad bay or if you're bivouacked up at the combat city or whatever, you slept with your M16. Hey, Backwood Misfits, how you doing? Yeah, man, we guys, some people say the Marine Corps, will brainwash you or whatever. To do what we were taught to do, yeah, there's a certain amount of brainwashing that goes.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
But let me tell you what else it does. That brainwashing that outsiders tell you about, that also what makes people like Eddie and me and Dave Collier and whomever else is out there. I can't speak for other branches because I've never been involved with that, but I can tell you that there is nothing in the world that people who have worn those chevrons on their shoulders, there's nothing in the world that we cannot overcome, period, because of the brainwashing.
See, a lot of people have called the Marine Corps a cult, and it is. I actually find that as a compliment and everything else, because a lot of civilians. I've met the best friends of my life in the Marine Corps, and I'm still friends with them to today. It's a brotherhood. Something they teach you in Marine Corps boot camp is Marines take care of their own, and
there you go, Chris.
Like I said, it's a brotherhood, and it's
it's Eddie. To your point, man, it's definitely a fraternity, man. I mean, it's like it doesn't matter where you come from, what color your skin is, how big or small you are. It doesn't matter. When you find out someone else served under the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor, it's an instant bond. Instant. I don't know about college fraternities. I was never a part of that either. I don't know how all that works. But in the Marine Corps specifically, it is an immediate bond. You go down to the VA hospital, someone in the Marine Corps, instant. And for me, to be honest, Eddie, it's anybody who served. I feel an instant bond, male or female, black or white. It don't matter. Old or young, it doesn't matter. I feel an instant bond. But in the Marine Corps, it's just like that, because everybody understands exactly what we went through is different than every other branch. And not saying it's better or worse. It's just different, and I certainly don't think the Marine Corps is any better than any other branch. I think our training was different. We are very specific in our roles and our duties, but I certainly don't think that the Marine Corps is any better than any other branch. I've heard a lot of Marines say otherwise. Me personally, I just don't, that's not my politics. I don't think that way. I think anybody who served is equally valuable. Did I lose you, Eddie?
No, I'm still here. Like
Okay.
I said, I'm paying attention to Three Lives right now.
No, it's okay. You're all right. I'm just checking my basement to make sure. Chris, Tennessee Bushcrafter, the link is up there, dude. StreamYard link. Anybody that wants to come on, Nancy, anybody wants to come on, Josh, the same way in the Army. That's right, Josh. Fat Ninja, why don't you come up here, brother? Please. I'd love to have you up here, Fat Ninja, if you feel like you want to come up. Dez, if you want to come up. Loving Freedom. I don't know who you are, but you know what? You're welcome up to Loving Freedom.
He's a Marine. Look at his avatar. Look at his avatar.
Hey, get online, Marine. Get online. Front and center. There he is. There he is. Come on, get your ass on up here, Marine.
Semper Fi, brother.
Arr!
I can't hear him.
Loving Freedom. Give me some. You can't hear me. I can't hear you. You can hear me? Okay.
He said he'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. That's good. It's good. I didn't know him, Eddie. Did you bring
I don't
him?
either. I don't know. I don't. I don't know who he is.
So I put several Marine Corps birthday things on my community tab today to draw attention to this live stream. So hopefully we can get new people. Nikki Boo, would you like to come up? Fat Ninja, there he is. We're going to bring you up. Chris, we're going to bring you up. Fatty.
What's going on, y'all?
How
Hoorah, how you doing, sir?
What's
Chris?
up, Fat Ninja? Listen, the Loving Freedom guy, he's living in Mexico.
Is that right? Chris, how you
Yeah.
doing?
Hey, Ninja.
Hey,
He
what's
said,
going on, brother? How you
I'm a
doing, man?
disabled veteran currently living here in Mexico. My channel will provide you with the updated situations with my life and around something or other.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for him. Expat. Is that what you would call
Well-
someone, right? That moves out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Chris? Thank you for your
Hey,
service
my boy.
tomorrow.
Yep.
Hey, Ninja, can I just tell you face to face? I've been hollering at you all week, man, through the socials, man. You got a great channel, my man.
Well, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that.
You
I
look
mean,
like you look like you should be on ESPN. You got everything. No, I'm telling you right now, you got everything so locked up and tight. It's like, wow, man, I wish I had a show like that. Seriously.
thank you
Back up.
very much. I'm definitely flattered and humbled by those words, brother. I mean, I'm just a man just trying to do what I think is right, man. Just trying to spread positivity and good vibes. That's all I'm trying to do, man.
Hey,
Get
Chris,
on
it looks like
Marie.
you. Chris, it looks like you should be in the backwoods, Tennessee. Just to let you know.
Damn.
Uh,
You didn't have to go there. You didn't have to go at him that hard.
Well, he been skipping. He been lost lately.
yeah, I've been real long.
How y'all brothers doing this evening?
Awesome, brother. How you doing?
Baby.
I'm surviving, brother. I'm blessed.
I read your thing. It says you live in Mexico now.
Oh yes, sir. I retired out of the Marine Corps down in Yuma, Arizona.
I've
Which
been
is
in
about
Yuma.
25 miles south of the border in San Luis. That's where I'm at right now.
St. Louis
Yeah,
way.
No, San Luis, Rio Carlos, Sonora, Mexico. It's the frontera. It's the front of San Luis, Arizona.
Al frontera way.
Yeah. Órale, tú sabes.
Way. So what was
yeah.
we're in, man?
What's that?
What was your MOS when you served?
Oh, 2531. Come.
Real
Oh,
comps.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
you know,
actually, I went to stop by and film and collaborated with a lot of Marines at the Marine Corps Ball last night. They had their ball over here at the casino, the Quechan Casino in Winter Haven, California.
okay.
And my wife stopped in there and filmed a few Marines and talked to them and stuff, and had the enjoyment to see. Man, I can't believe I was that young, man.
Well, Freedom. I was in Yuma for WTB, Weapons Training Battalion.
Oh, WTI.
Yeah, Weapons Training Institute, Weapons Training Battalion, whatever, WTI back in 90, I think it was 93. It may have been 92, but I think it was in 93.
I
And,
got to
Silent-
in 95.
Well, I was there a little bit before you, but I was only there for WTI or whatever, but on a deployment, on a det there. But when I was there, Silent Drill Team used to practice there. That was their home base. I don't know if it still is or not.
Hey, back, check out a video. I did a video a couple years ago. I went back on base and filmed them. They was practicing.
I met some of them guys at the E Club and stuff back when I was in, and one of them had a big scar because they were doing weapons and the bayonet on his M14 or whatever. I don't know if he threw it up or what, but it sliced his ear almost off. He had it sewed back on or whatever. He had a big scar there.
Wow, my drill instructor was on the Silent Drill Team. Him and I still talk nowadays.
Really? I've looked for my drill instructors and stuff, but I can't find them. My senior drill instructor, Sergeant Johns, he was Marine Corps Force Recon.
Oh,
But
wow.
I've looked and tried to find them on Facebook or anything else, and I can't find any of them.
Oh, one of them I've been looking for
probably
many years, and they not gonna let me find him.
Well, actually, one of our drill instructors, his name was Drill Instructor Sergeant Reed. He actually got kicked out of our platoon for bending a guy. He was a SB. You know what that is, right? Blue Falcon, Shipbird, whatever. But Beck, which never made it, never became a Marine. But Beck reported him for bending him on light duty. And so Drill Instructor Sergeant Reed got kicked out of our platoon for that, got dropped to another platoon or whatever else. And then when we graduated, right before graduation, when we did the gong show,
Yeah.
one of the guys in our platoon could imitate him to a T. And so our senior Drill Instructor Sergeant Johns comes to us and said, well, boys, y'all know that, you know what happened with Drill Instructor Sergeant Reed and stuff. He wants to come back for the gong show. He's like, but I told him that I'd ask y'all and everything else. Everybody's like, oh, hey, yeah, whatever. Sorry, people, there might be a little bit of cussing here. But so anyways, he come back. And when this guy in our platoon imitated him, they were up in the back of the room, drill instructors and stuff. He stood up and said, who the heck is that supposed to be? And we all just busted out laughing and everything else. But, but that's what happened with him.
I'm sure we all got plenty of stories, and it would take days, weeks, and years to go through and tell all the stuff we went through, brothers. I'm telling you, man. It's
I got time.
Hours love and freedom.
Bro, I'm telling you, you guys. I'm glad I ran across you. You was live. I was actually just browsing, and if you see me looking down, I'm trying to get all you guys YouTube channel right now so I can subscribe to you and stuff.
Yeah. So any mods out there, drop everybody's link if you would, please, if you know how to do that. I do not know how to do it, but there's several mods out there. If you could drop everybody's link, I'd appreciate that.
That's how young I used to be.
Oh shit!
That was like what, 5 years ago?
Bruh, I seen some of them kids last night, man. I seen those kids last night, and I was like, really? I'm talking about they just babies. And my wife looked at me, my wife, I met her in the Marine Corps. I've been with her 26 years. And she said,
right? Got you a female Marine?
No. Hell to the no. Back in our era, that was a big no.
Well, I know the Marine ain't the same no more like it used to be, baby.
No, I could tell y'all some stuff offline, man, that y'all wouldn't believe I saw last night, man. Some of the stuff I saw.
And hey, Swee, happy Veterans Day tomorrow, my brother. Swee, you guys, he's a active duty Army guy. Swee ABN on the chat there. I'm sorry, love it.
Well, Mark Kratz over there is Air Force, Tennessee's Air Force. I don't know who else is over there, but Josh is Army. Webb's Air Force, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
T-Rock was in the Air Force. Well, T-Rock's
There's
not
Mark Kratz.
Yeah,
Mark Kratz. Yeah. Mark Kratz is a badass dude. I'm glad he's on my side, not against me. He's a badass.
Oh, I know. Mark is a badass.
Mark died. Lives in a town north of Boston I used to live in, guys, in Georgetown, Texas. That's how I found him. So, Loving Freedom, I'm glad that you found us, man. I'm going to definitely hook up with you, man.
I already did.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
Yeah. You want me to drop his link?
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
I can't. I'm not a mod. Own Marine brother and everything else, shouting you out all the time, trying to get you over to 1,000 subscribers, and you still haven't made me a mod.
Hey, but believe it, I mean to cut you guys off, but he's live right now, and every Saturday
Nicole dropped
at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Central Standard Time, we have a live for all veterans called Roll Call Saturday.
Okay.
And bruh, it's awesome, man. Guys, get on there. Markel's TV, actually, that's his channel, and he's been around for a long time helping vets. He helped probably every vet that's on that channel get their 100%.
Hey, did you see all that I showed him? That's 32 years to get 100% PNT, baby.
Wow.
32 years it took me. I was charged at 10%.
Rockstar. Nicole's over there dropping links. I think she's the only, and she dropped his link. She dropped Freedom's link, but I think she's the only mod you have in here. But bro, you know my number, you know my phone number, and my email is on my homepage. You need to get with me so I can set you up Nightbot and show you how to do stuff.
So what I'm saying is real quick though, I'm not gonna not give you a wrench, dude. So I gave a bunch of people wrenches. I don't know why they didn't stick. I don't know, dude. I don't have answers for that. I went through this morning.
I do think he gave me a wrench way back when.
Oh, Des and Madwood's also moderators, and they're dropping. Des was dropping links too.
Yeah, there's other people that have wrenches. I don't know why some people got them. But basically, I gave everybody that comes through, I gave them all wrenches this morning. Everybody that we know, I gave them all wrenches. So I don't know why some people got them, some people didn't.
I think John gave me a wrench way back when it was like me, him, and some of our other people.
You give the Air Force guy, the Air Force guy a wrench, but you don't give me a wrench. Huh?
Oh man, slight shade being thrown. Watch out!
He's throwing them out there, huh?
Watch out!
Hey, love freedom. Hey, for a Marine, he sure gets butt hurt easy, don't he?
Well, you know what?
Oh man,
I used to come to his channel a lot more than you did, though.
Yeah, see,
I've been sharing him out, trying to get him to 1,000 subs all the time.
Yeah, well, yeah, you are right
that's
now.
That's all well and good.
Honest, Eddie, but hey,
I've been AWOL.
Chris does have a point. We
don't know. We don't know what AWOL is, Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's UA in the Marine Corps, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, Love Free. I am just so glad to meet you, man. It's because me and Devil Dog, we talk all the time, and Dave Collier, it's the same cats. It's nice to have fresh blood in here, man. I was telling everybody, I don't wear my Marine Corps colors, my hat, because I enlisted for 5 years, but I got injured 3 years, 3 months in, and got discharged on medical honorable. So I don't feel like I did my job to its completion. So I feel like, my dad was 28 and a half years Army. My grandfather was 16 years Army Air Corps. We go back to Robert E. Lee way back in those days. So my always served,
Terminal Lance, brother. Barbecue Mike Terminal Lance.
Mike G says he ain't even got a wrench.
Who?
Hey, brother, Fat Ninja DM. Hey, bro, I don't see your. I was trying to subscribe to your channel. I couldn't get you. I got everybody else's. The gentleman, Devil Dog in the middle. Devil Dog. What's your? I didn't see if they dropped your link.
Devil Dog.
It's just Devil Dog.
It's just Devil Dog. I'm sure there's plenty of them on there, Devil Dog.
Yeah, there is, but hopefully mine will come up. If you search for Devil Dog Space Chicken, it should be one of the very first ones.
Devil Dog Space Chicken.
Yeah, because I started out posting a lot of chicken videos or whatever, and it was when somebody said, "Well, I can't find your link," and then they said, I searched Devil Dog Chicken. It was the very first one, other than an ad comes up before mine.
Okay, yeah, Nicole, please, on the next one, just hit Fat Ninja, because we're so glad to have.
There's Devil Dog.
Well, I do need an answer from you, BBQ Rockstar. Why in the hell?
Okay, there it is.
Did you call me up here with all these servicemen? I have not served. I mean, believe me, I got total respect.
It don't matter.
I'm overwhelmed, to be honest.
It don't matter. You got an Army guy over here an Air Force guy up here on Marine Corps' birthday. He didn't serve in the Marine Corps.
It doesn't matter. It's so great. Talk to you.
No, me and Chris are good friends, so I like Jack.
You're up here because I love your channel. That's why.
Howdy, DJ.
Okay. Well, I definitely appreciate
Magnificent
that, brother.
DJ that showed up.
You guys go check out Fat Ninja, because you guys, he's got a legitimate channel that looks like a real channel. Mine looks like.
Wait, let's see if DJ's going to mess with me today on Marine Corps birthday. He messes with me about, I don't know why you got a Pittsburgh Steelers on Half Freedom, but anyways, that's beside the point.
Hey.
DJ messes with me all the time about my Astros, and Astros won the World Series, and he's saying boo Astros and everything else.
yeah, he was giving Devil Dog the blues, man. He was like, boo Astros, boo. I was like, man, dang, DJ. He had to come out of you like that.
Speaking of which,
no, if you can't tell,
how you liking the Titans this year, there, Devil Dog?
Shut up, Tennessee. Shut up. See, I'm a Houston Texans, Astros, Rockets fan. I'm a H-Town boy all the way, and Tennessee knows that I hate the Titans because they used to be the Oilers, and Bud Adams took them and moved to Tennessee and took all the naming rights. Freaking Earl Campbell never played a down in Tennessee, and we can't even retire Earl Campbell's jersey or anything else. So Tennessee Titans is my least favorite team in the NFL, followed by New England Patriots. I don't like the Patriots, but I hate Tennessee worse.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you.
Sorry about that. All right, I got all you guys. I should be subscribed to each and every one of you guys.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
You know, UT was doing really good this year until they hit Georgia. Which
So,
I don't really watch college football that much. I watch college basketball, but
Rebecca said, "Barbecue Rockstar, why didn't you give me a wrench?"
Oh man, you don't want to piss her off either. She's feisty.
she got a wrench, and I ain't got a wrench.
I ain't got a wrench either.
Well,
Hey, look, man, I'm telling you, you guys all got. If Rebecca got one, you know y'all got one.
I don't have one. I looked. I don't have one.
Well, then I'll resend it.
don't either.
You're crying, dude.
I want one. You know what? I don't want one, Rockstar. John, I don't want
Well,
one.
you would not
You
have made it in combat. You could get away your position with all the crying.
He's a crybaby.
I'll let you guys in on something. When you come to my channel, I give everybody a wrench. I got love, everybody family with me.
See, that's my thing, DJ. Hey, Fat Ninja. Hey, that's why you're up here, because I love you. I love your channel. I love your energy, your spirit. I've been talking about you in everybody's lives this week. I don't know what it is. There's certain channels that I can't say about. Yours happens to be one. So color me stupid. I don't know.
Oh, thanks a lot, Rockstar. I appreciate you calling out me and Gary, brother. You're
Judy
really
May, Judy May says she ain't got a wrench either.
Well, Judy May, you probably don't have a wrench, because I don't remember giving you one, because I didn't see you in the thread of the last chat that I pulled up. So it was just the main people, consistently.
Well, fellas, hey, I hate to run, but hey, it won't be my first and my last. So you guys make sure, stay blessed. Yeah, if you need to talk to anybody about anything, hey, hit me up. I'm always available to talk to people, to help people out, and because we all go through something, I always need somebody to talk to. So hit me up if you need anything. If I can be assistant
I'll
to
stay
you.
in touch with you, dude. What's your real name?
Michael.
Michael, we're gonna stay in touch, brother. You gonna bet?
Like Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan without the money.
Nice meeting you, Marine.
All right, then, dogs. Y'all take care, brothers.
Nice meeting
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Simplify.
Hey.
Hoorah.
All right, John, I'm leaving, taking off. See you later, brother.
Where are you going?
I gotta go visit my other Marine brothers. You can't monopolize my time, man.
Okay, all right.
I mean, you're still gonna be running. You're still gonna be running on this, so you still get watch hours and
All
stuff.
right.
It's just I gotta go say hi and simplify and all to them.
Well, I appreciate.
Not Grumpy Grunt, because he hasn't thrown a link up that I seen, but I do gotta go say hi to Dave and jump up on his panel for a minute.
Well, if you pop back over, I'll see you in the basement, and I'll pop you up.
No, you won't. I'll be in the basement for a whiskey locker for 5 minutes and 10 minutes,
Josh
and
will
you don't
make
even.
sure that I find it. Because Josh is alive, man.
Oh my goodness.
All right, how about this? How about I just drop myself in the basement and I'll put up my audio avatar, and if you see me come back without the audio avatar, you'll know to pull me back up.
All right, you got it, baby.
Hey,
So, bye. Damn. Woo.
What a crybaby for a Marine. I'm here to tell you.
Marine Corps, there ain't no crying in the Marine Corps. Damn.
he's low intense, ain't
A little. What are you talking about?
Damn.
He's always all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
He can eat 25 gallons of prunes and still be able to still be constipated.
Hey, Ninja, what is your real name, brother?
Daryl.
Daryl. Nice to meet you, Daryl.
he? There went Josh.
My name's John, by the way.
Okay, John, nice to meet you. Yeah, man, I really appreciate this, bro, because I mean, I'm always being humble because I know there's channels that are bigger than me, probably better than me, and I just want to bring that constant positivity to people because Lord knows we need it right now in this messed up world that we need,
Absolutely.
that we live in right now. So I'm just honored. I mean, to be called up here with some, Marines and stuff like that, former military, that I take that seriously. So, like I said, I'm overwhelmed. I truly am. So, thank you.
Well, I don't, again, color me stupid. I don't know, but I'm a very empathetic person internally. I have a very rough exterior by my looks and by the way I handle myself, but I love people, right? I love people. I love characters, right? I love people who have integrity, people that stand for something. And I don't know. I don't know you, but when I saw you in other people's chats, I started snooping your channel. I'm like, whoa. So that's what a YouTube channel is supposed to look like. It looks kind of like ESPN meets a call-in show or something.
Oh.
It meets music. It's weird. Like you have all these different elements that I like in one
See
channel.
you later. See you later, Mark. Nice
okay.
having you up.
Oh, I'm not paying up. Mark's got to go. Okay, man. Good to see you, Mark. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you for the sub, sir. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, Mark's good people, man. He's a real straight up dude. And if shit ever goes bad, he's the guy you want to be with because he'll get you out of it. He knows how to handle business. But anyway, so listen, I don't know what it is about your channel that threw me there. There's another guy, Ninja, that he doesn't do much on his channel. I think he's a retired guy. His name's Scrap Dog. I don't know if you guys know that they handle Scrap Dog.
No.
Anyway, the gentleman's name is Frank. Lives up in Wisconsin.
I'll be back in 5.
Okay. All he does is he just reads his chat on his lives. He goes live every day. And
Right.
he has a little over 2,000 followers or whatever. But all he does is he has all these people that have gotten to know him through the years. And he just sits there. Yeah, Mark Kratz is in the room. There's our treasured home. Yeah, okay, Mark, you're going to be back later. But you know what? He's such a genuine person. He has a character.
Right.
That people gravitate towards. So it may or may not be anything special or whatever, but when you're talking about humility, that's the keystone of humility, right? Is to just be yourself, but yet be attractive enough to where people be drawn to you for whatever reason. I'm drawn to you and I don't know why. I don't really even know you. I feel energy, and what others people talk about you in chats is very positive. So I looked at your channel and boom, they're right. So I don't know. I don't know what to say other than I really appreciate you. That's all I can say.
Well,
thank
you
there's
very
peace
much.
Welcome to the chat. How are you?
Doing good. I had to come up and say hi. I'm an Army veterans brat.
Me too. Me too.
I'm just a brat.
I don't think I was a brat so much, but you know how it is military. You've got the kids are considered the brat, the military or whatever. So I was an Army brat.
Nicole, do you want to come up real quick, Nicole? I know you're going between a bunch of different ones, but if you want to come up, you can, Nicole. I'll keep an eye
gosh, here we go.
What? What is it, Des?
Porn site.
Get it out of there.
Dating.
Did you get it out of there? I'll dump them. Block user, you're out of there. Okay. Yeah, I've got the block thumb going.
Awesome.
Why did people do that, guys? Can somebody, because okay, so Ninja, your stuff is so savvy, right? Like, you know how to work stuff on the interwebs, because I can tell by your thing. I'm an idiot. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. But like, I know how to block people when they're active, but why would people do that? Why would people just throw a spam at you? I don't understand the concept of that.
Just to mess with people. That's all it really boils down to. They just want to just mess with people.
Yeah, Raquel got nailed.
Huh?
Raquel got nailed by this one person, Mr. Butler. And it was Nancy and I and somebody else. And the person's trying to come back. And the three of us were like constantly delete, block, report, block. He'd come with the same name, but another channel. Same thing, repeat, block, hide, report. And it was just nonstop for a good 45 minutes. And then they were doing it. This person was doing it to other channels as well throughout the last few days is just going on. Oh, you think you get rid of me, huh? And you'd be back again.
Yep.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Hey,
Yep, that's
Madwood, how you doing, Madwood? Hey, John.
Yes.
yep, that's the name. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's all it is. They just want to just destroy. That's
Yeah.
simply what it is.
Yeah, they want to trash anybody that's having a nice time with their lives.
My brain doesn't work like that, guy. I can't. I get mad when I can't comprehend something because at 139 IQ, you could think that I might have a grasp on some things, but I don't understand that.
It's just those people. Unfortunately, they are mentally ill, and
Or they thrive on making other people, they feel better when they make other people
Yep.
miserable.
Yep, I
They
was
get
about
a
ready to
charge
say
off
that
of it.
too.
Yeah.
Yep. That's that saying, misery loves company.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe something in their personal lives is going wrong, so now they want to make everybody feel their pain. And unfortunately, us, decent people, we are the victims of it.
Yeah, that was not Raquel's. It was actually Al's live. That's what it was.
Do you get that ninja on your lives? Do you get it too?
No. I get the little, the porn site pop-ups, but that happens to everybody. That's easily taken care of. But I know eventually it's gonna happen.
Okay.
It'll happen.
We did. You know what Al ended up doing goes if you he put it on. You have to be a 60-hour subscriber. So, and then he put out that he said to everybody, "Sorry for those that have not been a 60-hour subscriber, but right now we're trying to stop something." And
Right.
then that was it.
Yeah. You got to
You know,
do that.
I
You gotta do it.
sometimes I'll put on the privacy thing. I'll put on the subscriber only, but tonight I didn't want to do that, and I'm glad I didn't because we had the new Marine come up tonight. So I don't want to put that subscriber only thing up unless I'm pushed to do so because I want everybody to be welcome.
Right. Yeah.
I'm a young channel. I'm a small channel, so I want everybody to have exposure to me.
Yeah, I'm a small one
Yeah.
too, and that's what I like to have everybody come up too. But I have to get more mods.
Who get
Yeah.
Oh,
Here we go
man.
again.
Hold on, I got it. I'm on it. Boom, gone. Bye. See you there, chump. Get you out of
Yeah.
here. You're out of
And see, that's the reason why I run my ship so tightly, because all the people that you see on my panel, I have emailed those links to them. So you'll never see me post a link in the chat. I've only done it once so far, and that's when I did my mental health live stream where I was like, hey, anybody want to come up and share their story? I would drop the link, but as soon as they came backstage, I would refresh my streaming software to make that link invalid so nobody could grab it and try to sneak in.
Okay, did I get those two off? The XXX online, are they gone now? Because it's not letting me do anything.
Yeah.
They're gone?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
nothing's
gone.
coming up.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. My screen's like semi-frozen. Okay. So I'm still showing one. Is
Oh,
it showing?
No, yep, they're back.
Blocked them. Okay. I just hit.
I didn't even see it come up. I got to refresh on that on whatchamacallit.
I don't have a refresh option. That's my only problem.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube, so thank you,
Okay.
Madwood.
They're all gone now. So whoever. Oh no, wait. There's one more.
Another one just popped up.
Yeah, I got him. It's like swatting flies here, man.
Yeah, that's how it was in Owls, but with one person.
Hey, Mike.
I
When
watched,
you go into inside a building, you always take off your hats.
unless you're standing guard duty and you have a belt on. If you have a belt on, you're allowed to wear if you're on guard duty and you have a watch belt on, you're allowed to keep your cover on.
But this is when they're going into a store.
Oh, yes, you always uncover. Judy May, thank you, sweetie. I'm going to work on getting you a wrench, okay?
Have a good night, Judy.
Judy May is like the coolest person. She just got out of the hospital recently. And
Yeah.
Judy May, get off them cigarettes, okay? I told you, quit smoking, darling. Quit smoking. This stuff ain't bad for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be off of it too, but it's one of those habits that I've kept my whole life since I was 11.
Stop it. I
Yeah.
quit smoking cigars too, so stop it, please, Des. We need you around.
I love Miss Judy May Collins. That's why I call her Miss Judy May Collins, because
Right.
I've been, I'm still a very small channel, and she was the person that actually questioned. Well, she didn't do it maliciously. She just wanted to see what type of metal I was made out of. So she questioned my religion, my spirituality, and that was the first time anybody's ever done that. And we had a great conversation. I was like, wow, that's massive respect. So that's how I come in now. I always, anytime I talk about her or I type her name in the chat, I always put Miss at Judy Judy Mae Collins. So she's definitely one of a kind. I'm so blessed to know her.
Oh, that happened to me, John.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you're very lucky. That's a good
awesome.
Conversation. I keep religion out of my conversations and politics. I try to anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, John. Yeah, I know that generally, John. I'm just too trusting for my own good. Yeah, but I do know that rule. I'm just.
I had a playful one down in the basement one time. Yeah, bare naked guy having fun at it. I'm like, block, report.
Guys, I'm naive or whatever, and I'm not a very tech savvy person, so I don't know what's possible, what's not. I'm just an idiot when it comes to that stuff. But man, just everybody be cool, right? Just everybody be cool. Everybody be cool,
Right.
Yeah, but life is what it is.
That's why we can't have nice things.
Exactly.
But I'm having fun. I'm having fun doing this. It's just I'm learning as I go, like the wrenches. I handed out wrenches aplenty this morning, and only I guess half of you guys got what I gave you. I don't know why that is.
Mine stuck from one of the other lives.
Well, like
Okay.
I said, I think you gave me a wrench back when, like, me, you, and Tom,
Yeah.
I think. But it didn't stick, apparently.
Just to give you a heads up, Saturday night, 8 Eastern.
Hold on. Don't tell me. Let me read it from my notes here. Hold on. I got my notes here. Let me make sure that I'm here. Don't say anything quite yet. I want to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence here.
It's just for this Saturday, so.
Saturday, 11/12, 10 a.m. I'm doing a video interview with Josh. And 7 p.m. is Dez's birthday celebration.
8 Eastern.
7 Central for me.
Yep.
I am not promising anything to anybody at this point in time.
You don't have to. It's going to be whatever time, it's going to be, my live sometimes go for like 3 hours. But it's my birthday celebration. And come with a glass of water to a mixed drink, whatever your choice is. And I want to do a toast to everybody on my birthday. So
Green screen behind you, dude.
Huh?
Chris, are you running a green screen behind you?
Yeah.
I can tell. That's the pixelation I'm seeing. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not seeing nothing. Okay. So, DJ, golly, I'm sorry, Ninja. What part of the country do you live, sir?
You're fine. I'm in Indiana, southern Indiana.
Okay.
I'm about an hour and a half away from the Kentucky state line.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Is moonshine a thing where you live, man?
Not openly, but there are well-focused practitioners of that craft, if you know what I mean.
I've been drinking a sip or two of that corn liquor. And Des, you live in Florida, right, Des?
yeah, I live in Northern Florida, Tallahassee.
Okay.
The
from
cold,
Des, originally.
Nicole just passed over us, so.
You did what? Oh, the
Nicole.
corn.
Yeah.
Nikki Boo, yeah.
No, not our Nicole now.
You had no internet earlier today. I saw your SOS you put out.
Yeah, for an hour I used my phone. I'm like, I have no power, no internet. I'm like, help.
You were doing somebody if I go live, and if I can, I'll go later. Something like that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I ended up. I had got a old GE alarm clock radio that I had gotten like when I was a kid, and it broke, and so I went to Goodwill or somewhere and found one exactly like I had, and I had a 9-volt battery, so I was able to have some music in the house, just in case we lost longer than an hour. I was able to keep up with the news.
Oh, did you? Ninja, where So Simple says he's in Brownsburg, Indiana.
Oh, okay.
Not
Man,
far from Bill, whatever that is.
Barbecue Mike says he's Brazil, Indiana.
And Skinner's in Indiana as well.
Yeah, I knew Josh was. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for y'all.
That's funny. That's funny. Keto Simple is from Brownburg, Indiana. I'm black, so I'm brown.
Here we go
I've been
again.
all, I've
Here
been
we
all
go
over
again.
Indiana. Oh,
Yeah.
Block. I put the block on him. Did he go away?
Yep.
There's another one. Okay, I put the block on them too. It says an error occurred. Try refreshing the page, but I can't.
Nope. They're all gone.
Okay, thank you.
I got him. You got him.
Okay, man, that really bothers me, guys. I've seen it happen on others people's lives, and I don't. Makes me want to whip out the White Lightning bottle.
Right.
well, you know,
Thank you, Nance.
I could ship you some from Tennessee.
Now, I was going to say this, Chris. I'm going to go get my bottle here in a minute. Tennessee Hills, the distiller, I believe is in Franklin County, Tennessee or something. But he's a legal distiller and has like
We got
15.
plenty of distillers down here.
I'm sorry?
They have plenty of distillers.
We got plenty
down
of
there.
distillers down here.
Well, this guy I just have a relationship with because my friend turned me on to him. I got to plug in my charger, guys. He turned me on to him, and his stuff is really clean. His
Right.
corn liquor is really clean, and it doesn't give me a headache. It's the first one I found that doesn't give me a headache. So I'm pretty partial to this one guy. Let's see if that works. Because corn liquor, if it's not pure, it can really hurt you.
Make you go
Yeah.
blind if you ain't careful.
Correct. It's got yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to be right back, guys. I have a little Marine Corps treat for everybody on the panel. 1 second.
Okay.
Here we go. How you doing, Daryl?
Yep.
Yeah. I am doing good, man. Like I said, I'm honored that BBQ wanted me to come up here. Amongst all the former military. Like I said, I take that stuff serious. I mean, I've never served or anything, but I know all about like the integrity and stuff like that. That's why I am the way that I am.
Oh, I like it. The pop of the cork.
Yeah. Blue. Yeah. So, in my life,
Yeah, exactly.
You're supposed to save that for my birthday. Save a sip for that night.
Oh, they'll be plenty. You take a sip or two, that's all you need.
Score one with
I had to go out and buy a
What's up,
shot glass. I thought I had a shot glass. I don't have any, so now I have to go out and buy one tomorrow.
Hey, big guy, thanks for stepping in. Score one, the big guy. Thank you very much.
Hey, Little John.
You guys see someone new come in, please holler at him. And John, I've never met you, I don't think. I need to hit you a sub if I haven't already. I need to hit you because you seem to know everybody. John,
Let's see.
know him. Does anybody else know him?
I don't, but he's got
No.
605 subscribers, and I'll post his link.
John
I do
Southern.
not.
Here's his link.
Up there in the chat.
There's John's link.
Yeah, so everybody go ahead and hit him up. Subscribe to him. He's the only one I haven't ever seen before come in the chat other than our new Marine friend. I'm leery of new people coming in because they're the ones typically, nothing against you, but they're the ones that have Dookie on their shoe,
Oh, he's got some good eats on his channel, John.
He does?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And John, listen, I'm not throwing rocks at you, but I've been told to look out for new people because they're the ones generally who do have something attached to them. So I'm just going by what I've been told. I don't know anything about it. I really don't. I'm ignorant. I'm stupid about it. I'm telling you. This tech thing, this YouTube is all new to me, guys.
Oh, hey, I'm still learning myself, bro. So, hey, you are not
Well, you're
alone,
doing
bro.
something right, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. You high stepping, bro. What I'm talking about.
And thank you, man. I appreciate that. No,
Look
man,
at
I'm
Barbecue
just.
Mike G. My mom used to date some guys named John. Ooh, I don't know what that means. I will bring you some of my followers, and no worries. I'm the same way about being careful. Thank you, John. John, thank you very much.
He lives in Louisiana.
Nicole Schaaf is vouching for you, John. John. So anything Nicole says, I do believe.
Louisiana.
And then,
Big guy.
yeah,
He got
big
it
guy.
figured out. He got it figured out. Well, please tell me, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing either, bro. You tell me.
Pretty cool. He's got some good food going, and he does food to fixing cars to helping snapping turtles cross the road. You never know what you might see.
You know, guys, this is what it's all about right here, the four of us and everyone in our chat, right? So I'm getting a really good feeling from this little group, right? I like smaller groups better than larger groups. Me personally, it helps me mentally to get a grasp on everything. But with the chat and just our energy right here, this is what I think YouTube should be about, right? It should be the good, coming together, like-minded people and helping each other out and just, not trying to one-up each other like Fat Ninja. You got a great channel. You're not trying to sit here and talk about you're the best. You're the opposite. You're being, I'm very humble. I'm humble. You got a great channel, dude. My stuff looks like bunk compared to yours. Me and Chris, just old country boys trying to get by.
Yeah.
And Dez is one of these people who really helps bridge the gap between evolved channels and non-evolved channels like myself, So I really appreciate everybody, I really do, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not a crafter. I'm not a bushcrafter. I'm not a gamer. But I'm like John. I go by vibes and feels.
Right.
I'm totally opposite in the political party to many in all the different groups that I follow. Hence, the name I got was Peaceful Snowflake from like years ago, and so that's why I changed it to Peaceful Dez because I'm getting gray hair, so now I've got snow and I can be flaky at times. So I changed the meaning.
Excuse me, Dez. I'm so sorry.
That's
John,
okay.
You'd like to step up here, sir, on panel? We'd love to have you. You've been vouched for, so yes, we'd love to have you. Just let me go ahead and copy the link, okay? Let me go ahead and do this for you, okay? Let me do this. Let me do this.
Tell you
Let me do
where I work.
this.
Here's Dale's channel, by the way, people. If you have not subscribed,
Paste, and let's do that, and let's do that. And there you go, sir. The link should present itself. There you go. We'd love to have you up here, John. Who's Spycraft 22? Who is that, Des?
That's my link.
Oh, that's yours?
Yep. I put it up there in case anybody missed it the first couple times around.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
So
much, Des.
I'll tell you where I'm in. I've got a 15 by 40 shop, and it's been used as a storage building for about the last 4 years.
Uh-huh.
And now I've been working on emptying it out and putting everything into my shed and turning my building into an actual shop.
Oh, that's cool.
/ studio. So that's where I've been.
Okay. Hey, y'all, I want to give a big huge shout out to Chris.
I brought my table.
Chris, I'm sorry, real quick before it escapes. I want to give a huge shout out to a new friend of mine who I just kind of connected with last night, who I thought was a mistaken identity. Maple Cook. If you see him in the chat, Des, could you drop his, please?
I can.
This guy, hey, Ninja, you want to see a channel? Now look up my man Maple Cook. And Maple Cook, I forgot your real name. You told me last night, brother, and I forgot.
Nick, you beat me to it.
Chris, Maple Cook. Well, let me tell you, this guy is a top-notch cooking channel who knows his stuff. Just by the first video I ever watched of him, I was immediate. Again, Ninja, like I said, I'm drawn to certain people. This guy, I thought he was the second channel of Scoggett, which he wasn't. So he very tactfully corrected me, and I appreciate that channel. And I subbed to him, and man, I was blown away because I'm a cook of 45 years. I'm actually a pretty established cook. This guy's got me beat all to hell and back. So you guys welcome Maple Cook to the chat. He is a phenomenal channel.
Right on.
So as far as video content, Ninja, I mean, you guys are like, I don't know how y'all do it. I need a tutorial. I'm just such an idiot. I need a tutorial on this. I mean, I know how to cook and I know how to do music stuff, but I don't know how to present it worth a shit. You know?
Well, see, I've had a long time of doing this. See, like me being here on YouTube, this is not my first part of my journey. I was actually doing this over 10 years ago on an old platform called Blog Talk Radio. It was nothing but audio.
Ah, okay.
So I've done this for a long time to hone my craft, so to speak.
Okay.
And yeah, so.
Well, it shows. I didn't. Hold on, let me see who this is.
I have no. There's no videos. There's no subscribers. No, nothing on this person's channel.
Hey, guys. Hey, DJ.
Hey, DJ. Papa, you got nothing on your channel.
Is Popeye legit?
There's no subs, no
No,
videos, no
no.
nothing.
Okay, well, just get rid of him if
It
you
says join September 22, 2020, but there's absolutely no about on it, no nothing on it. Hey, John.
Hi, everyone.
Hey,
John,
John,
welcome.
what's up?
Hey, guys. Thanks for
bro.
letting me up. It's good to meet you all.
We can leave him
Welcome,
alone
DJ.
for
How
now.
are you, DJ?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Thank you very much for being here, buddy.
No problem. Hey, Cliff, what's up?
Hey, DJ. I hope you're doing well. How's the weather?
It's good that we'll, for like now at least.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, John, welcome. How would you like to tell us a little bit about what you do? You've been vouched for by the best, so
Yeah, I
make
see
it
that.
good.
I see that. Thank you, Nicole. I really appreciate that. Hey, guys, I just kind of started a channel. I'm kind of new at this, but I've been on YouTube for a long time. I'm in remission from cancer. I was going to start my channel much earlier this year, but I was taking treatments of chemo and radiation for throat cancer, and so I really couldn't do it. But by the grace of God, I got through it, and I can tell you that the tumor in my throat is gone, completely gone,
That's great news.
and I was healed.
And
And I give all thanks to God for that.
Absolutely.
Man, that's what's up.
So when I got to where I could start talking and moving a little better, I started my channel, and I'm just a regular guy in South Louisiana, man. I like to cook and share what I do, and I have a big following. There's a big community on that y'all guys probably don't know that I'll introduce you to eventually. That they're just regular people like me and all walks of life, and we're just one big community. And
That's what we
I've watched your channel for a while now, and your channel is like so many other channels in my community
okay.
that I'm like, hey, why not add another one, man? Let's just keep branching it out and get bigger.
Cool.
And bigger.
Right. Yep.
Well,
But
thank you very much, John, for being here. It's an honor to meet you. Nicole Shape says you're good, and some other people have vouched for you. And man, I have to tell you, one of my heroes, this guy right here, was taken from us from throat cancer. Okay, so I have a very Edward Van Halen is his name, or was his name.
Yep.
Arguably one of the best pioneering rock guitar players of all times and songwriting. His started out as mouth cancer, throat cancer, but his was from smoking, and we lost him, unfortunately. So anybody that can come back from cancer, and there's several other people that are connected with this YouTube, they're going through similar battles. So hearts and prayers go out to everybody
everyone.
who is battling with any infirmities or any kind of bad health or bad mental issues or whatever, there's no judgment on this channel. This channel is about loving and healing and
Absolutely.
let's party. Let's play guitar and let's eat.
Yeah, I knew I picked your channel for a reason, man. It just felt like
Yeah.
well, you know, my journey, and I'll tell you real quick, it's not very long. My journey started out as a sore throat, okay? And I battled it for several months, thinking it was an infection, a strep throat. I went through the run-of-the-mill of things, back and forth to doctors, and the whole time it was a tumor in my behind my left tonsil. It was and it was diagnosed eventually as squamous cell carcinoma. Is what it was. So, of all things, I went to an oral surgeon to have a tooth removed that was next to a tooth with a crown. It was in a sensitive area, and the oral surgeon is better equipped to remove it. So when I went and visited that guy, you know, he looked me over, and then I just got to tell him about my sore throat. And I said, man, it's probably I have a bad tooth. That's why my throat's sore. And he goes, what? He goes, wait a minute. And he looked down my throat, and he said, would you mind if I take a x-ray of your throat? And I said, no, not at all. So he took an x-ray, and he came back, and my wife was sitting in the room from me, and he put this image up on this board, and I could see this big mass. You know, now mind you, it's just an x-ray, so it doesn't show very good. But what it was showing is half of my airway was blocked off already.
Oh, wow.
And he looked at that, and he said, John, he said, I have an appointment for you with a doctor over here at Mary Bird Perkins. This is in Baton Rouge. I live right outside of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Okay. And the place I went to is called Mary Bird Perkins. And I said, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, man. He said, you've got something going on in your throat. And he said, I have this appointment set up with you with this guy. And I'm like, what are you saying? He goes, it doesn't look good. Go see this doctor and he'll tell you what it is. And I'm like, well, when's the appointment? He said, oh, it's right now. He said, I'm not pulling your tooth. You're going directly over there. And me and my wife.
Wow.
Were like, so you can imagine the run of emotions going through my head at that time. It was
all I have to say is thank goodness for that doctor.
Yeah. And
that dentist
saved my life. So,
yeah.
So we went and saw this doctor. He went up my nose with his scope down in my throat. And he had this monitor sitting to the side of me, and he was standing kind of here, and my wife was across the room looking at the monitor, and I was watching her because I couldn't see the monitor. And when he got down in my throat with that scope, my wife's eyes went like that. She went, oh, my God. There was a tumor in there. It was the size of a golf ball.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And she said it was disgusting. It had spikes on it and all this stuff, man. She said it's gross. Absolutely.
And you didn't feel it like an adenoid or something? You didn't?
I thought it was swollen from my sore throat. That's how dumb I was. But I really honestly didn't know any better. I just didn't know any better. And then, of course, I didn't notice, but my lymph nodes were all swollen all the way down and below my collarbone. You could all feel the knots in them. And so after that point, he said, look, we're going to do a biopsy on you in a day or two, and that way I'll know what it is, and then we'll have a plan. So they did that. They diagnosed me with squamous cell carcinoma, stage 2. The good news of this is, if there's any good news, well, there's 2 good news. The first good news is it was confined in that one area. It was not in anywhere else in my body. They did a PET scan on me from the top of my head to below my groin. There was nowhere else. So that's blessing number 1. Blessing number 2 was my oncologist told me, they said, John, of all the cancers you could have, I'm glad you have the one you have. And I'm like, why? He goes, because that one I can beat. And he looked me in my eye and I said, what are you telling me? You can cure that? He said, I can cure it. Now, how many doctors look you in the eye with anything?
Right.
What did they do, John? They went in, they removed the tumor, and then they the area. But how did they do that?
No.
Chemo radiation.
Bingo. See,
they didn't cut it out.
They don't do that anymore unless it's absolutely necessary. Because here's the deal. So first you have the trauma of surgery, right? Of them removing it, cutting that out, and they would remove half of the tissue and half of your neck. They would remove that. I would have a huge hole right here. You would probably see my windpipe if they had done that.
Right.
So they don't do that anymore. They've figured out how to do it with radiation and chemotherapy. It's
So-
and hang on, I don't know if you guys have probably never seen this for what.
I thought he was going to moon us there for a minute.
I do have pants on. Look, I'm in South Louisiana. But look, here's my mold. This is my mold.
Oh wow,
Or when
that's what
I-
he had to wear for his treatment.
Yeah, and you see it has snaps on it. So
What?
what they would do is lay me on the table and they would
Yeah.
put it over me and snap me down. It would hold me in place because now with radiation is so advanced, they can pinpoint it in the direct area they need to. So it's actually a lot better than it was, 10, 20 years ago. So, and then what they do, they take a PET scan and they get those marks. Everything's laser guided, man. They get all those longitudes and latitudes, so to speak, of that tumor. They know exactly where it's at. And then they apply those by marks. And here's some of the marks left on it. They apply them on marks on here. And then when I go to radiation and lay in that machine, it's all laser guided. And those marks line up with the marks on the machine based off of the PET scan. And they administer the radiation exactly where it needs to go. It's
Wow.
really incredible. how
That's
they
pretty
do it.
cool.
So,
Yeah.
so what I did is I had to have 33 treatments of radiation.
Oh wow.
And I had 6 treatments of chemotherapy. The radiation itself doesn't hurt. It's the after effects of it that hurt because all my neck broke out and started bleeding. And then, of course, the inside was just ravaging. And my voice is not like it was. If you would have known me, 6 months ago, my voice is different. So I went through all that and it was real bad, man. I lost almost 70 pounds of weight.
Oh wow.
And they were that close from putting a fever to me. It was really bad. It was really tough. Cancer of the throat is the most invasive treatments the human body will withstand because they're radiating your throat. So this is the airway and where you eat. Not to say that people with lung cancer don't suffer either, because they do. But when you're radiating your throat, it just demolishes it. And it demolished all the tissue inside of my throat, and it's still growing back. It's going to take up to a year. I've been in recovery now for almost 6 months. And
then you go back in a year and get another checkup, right? See how you don't have to? Oh wow.
I go every 3 months. They go cruise. They do blood work, and then in January I'm going to have a CAT scan, not a PET scan, a CAT scan. The CAT scan would show enough if they saw something to be able to. The CAT scan is not the thing to do as the PET scan. The PET scan, they inject radiation in you, and you have to sit in this room. Everybody hauls ass when they hit you with radiation because they fill you up.
Right.
Yeah, they're behind the lead walls. We'll see you shortly. We'll be over here watching.
They're like, wow. So but the CAT scan is not as a big thing to do, but it would show enough. But yeah, they're going to watch me for the next 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, that's what they did with my aunt. She had colon cancer.
Yeah. Now, see, I'm not cancer free. They won't call me cancer free until after year 5.
Yeah.
Just the way it is.
Well, God bless you. You're like a miracle for being here, man. That's awesome.
Well, I can tell you, just like Peaceful Death said, that oral surgeon saved my life. God directed me to him.
Absolutely. God is good,
He
man.
directed me to Mary Bird Perkins.
Yeah.
Directed me to my radiation and my chemo oncologist. And those guys told me the news that I needed to hear. I got the support I needed to hear. They got rid of that tumor.
So, John, you know what this means, right? In the grand scheme of things, you know what this means? It means you still have work to do.
Well, and I knew you were going to say that, and I'll just add to this. I am now on a once a month panel at Mary Bird Perkins, and I'm speaking to cancer patients now. That's what I want to do. That is what God has led me to do.
Yeah. What are you trying to show, Tennessee, Chris?
Cool.
It's breaking up.
Yeah, the green screen have it.
Yeah.
The
green screen is killing it.
Your mom told the green off close.
Either way, I drew a picture of DJ the Magnificent. And I drew it all backwards.
Nice. So yeah.
Yeah, my aunt had colon cancer.
Oh,
They had to take part. They had to cut off part and bypass with the other part, and then she went through radiation, chemo, and everything. And she's been in remission now for about 12 years,
oh,
13 years.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's great. That's really great. So,
So
Yeah.
Looks like this whole panel is full of special people that still have work to do.
Well, I will tell you this, John, that you're talking about the CT scan, right? It told them where, specifically to do this stuff. I just had, John, you don't know this, but a lot of these people do. I just had major spinal surgery 3 months ago yesterday.
wow. How you feeling?
They went in through the front of me and they did a fusion and they put basically a spacer in between my L5 and S1 vertebrae. And then they flipped me over on my stomach during this 8-hour and 45-minute surgery. And they did the same thing in the back of me. But they used a CT scan to guide the robot. There was a robot drilling the holes in my vertebrae to put the hardware. It wasn't.
Goodness.
It was a robot that was actually doing the drilling, and that was based on a CT scan. And that was 3 months ago today, or yesterday. I'm sorry.
So you were on an assembly line, so to speak.
No, I was on a bed, but they put me in like a. Have you ever seen a whole hog cook where they put the big mesh? I was on that. They had screws in my head, like this halo thing, to keep my head and my neck as one.
Stable.
Over, I wouldn't have seen any more neck. I have a lot of neck debris as well, but I made peace with the fact that I've never been under anesthesia before at 53 years old. Otherwise, I'm in great health other than my back from the Marine Corps 30 some odd years ago. But I figured, okay, well, if I don't come out of anesthesia, then okay, well, that's my sign, right? Here's your sign. You're done. But not only did I come out, but I was walking the next day.
Wow.
Thank God.
So I will tell you that God is working.
Absolutely, man.
Or why, but God's working with me. I believe, and I'm not thumping a Bible. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not that guy. I believe that God personally is working through me to try to talk to others who are like-minded, that believe that we're only here if God needs us, right? So I don't think there's superfluous people on this planet. I think that everybody here is for a reason, and the folks that are gone have gone for a reason. And it's
he gets it, guys. He gets it. He gets it.
I think it's God that predetermines that. Not selling. Understand? I'm not doing that. It's just a personal thing that I have. So, John, hearing your story and hearing mine and several other people that I've heard that have gone through surgeries or cancer or heart attacks or quadruple bypasses.
Yeah.
It's amazing to hear these stories of survival, really.
It's always a good story of survival when you hear someone that survives cancer, because I'm not alone. I have several friends and family members over the years that have died from cancer, and I know all you guys have as well. And when you have someone that survives cancer, and I don't care if it's a cancer that's curable or not, when you have someone that survives cancer in the ordeal, in the mental aspect of it, and survive it, it is a big thing. And it is also a spiritual thing, because if you put your faith in God, He's going to guide you. And God's going to also tell you if it's your time to go while you're going through it. He's going to say, you know what? You're not going to get through that, but it's okay. You're coming with me. Right. And that's good too. And I gave everything to God the moment I got home from that diagnosis. I gave it to God. And I suffered tremendously, and I gave my suffering to God, and I just worked through it the best I can. It was not easy.
That's what's up.
When you lose 70 pounds of weight, you lose muscle, you lose everything.
Hey, Big Matt, how you doing? Anybody wants to come up? I got one more spot on panel. Russ, if you want it, or Runes. Sorry,
if you need me to jump down, I will.
No. Nobody needs to jump down. I was just trying to acknowledge the folks who have stepped in. That's all, guys. Runes, yes. We'll hear you. Big Matt, what's up? Big Matt's a good guy. He's a big family guy too, guys. Runes, how you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Russ, Smoky Ribs Barbecue. Everybody knows Russ, but Russ, if you need me to put up the link, let me know. But it's up there in the chat. But no, guys, I know that there's a time and a place for everything, and me being a new YouTuber in a very small channel, I'm certainly not trying to alienate anybody, but it's so, I feel like right now this energy that we're all wrapped up in right now in my office, the energy I'm feeling from you guys is just so warm and great. I just love it. I want to say thank you for being here. Thanks for everybody. Just everybody. I just feel this great energy. So thank you. I need it.
You're so welcome.
Well, no, thank you for allowing God to work through you to assemble us all here together right now.
Well, you know what he says: where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst.
Yep. Well,
See, like I said, I knew that I had a good vibe about this channel when I watched you guys a little bit. I said, man, these guys are pretty cool. So I started commenting. I said, you know what?
It's DJ's fault. It's the guy to your left. It's his fault.
I don't blame that, DJ. I don't blame you.
No.
You guys eventually will probably meet some of my friends on my end of YouTube, and you're going to see real quick we're all the same kind of people.
Well, I guess I'll keep the good feeling train going. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm actually disabled. I'm physically disabled. Back in 2013, I suffered a stroke at the age of 38.
Wow.
Which was uncalled for, was totally unheard of. And when I had my stroke, I was rushed up to a hospital in Illinois because they thought I had vasculitis. And for anybody that doesn't know that, vasculitis is deadly because basically, whenever you have a stroke, of course, a blood vessel bursts in your head. With vasculitis, the bleeding does not stop. You will just literally just bleed out. So thank God, didn't have that. I was in Illinois for 3-4 days. Came back and I went through physical therapy for a month just in time to see my see my oldest boy get on the bus for his first day of school.
Right.
Oh wow.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
But it changed your life though, didn't it, with God? Your journey with God changed that day, didn't it? And
see, I'm giving you the short version, like to back it up even further. Right. Before my stroke, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and that was God's way. It's like, you know what? Hey, you mess it up. You need to slow down.
That's the nudge.
Yeah, that's a nudge. Yeah, see, that's exactly what it was. It was a nudge.
And going through this, that was my nudge. I've always been a very faithful person to God. I raised my family right. I have my own business. I try to do everything according to God. But there was something I was missing. And that little nudge that I just went through put me in a totally different.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't accept that nudge. So I was okay for, maybe 3 or 4 months, doing the, taking my shots, eating right, trying to do better by my wife and kid and stuff like that. But, old habits die hard.
Yeah.
So I went back to doing the same dumb stuff that I was doing. And so finally, God was like, okay, you know what? Boom. I'm going to make you sit down and think about what you've done in your life. That's when I had my stroke. And it was at the most opportune time because I was in line for a promotion at work. I was going to become a supervisor, get a $3 raise. And God's like, no, you're not having that. I'm not going to reward you for your type of behavior. So, boom, stroke. Between the diabetes and having a stroke, I have been clinically dead for 2 minutes each time.
Oh.
I was gone from this world for 2 minutes.
Incredible.
And, first time I didn't listen. Second time, I did. It's like, okay, you know what? You need me for something, Father. What do you need me to do? And he said, for one, you need to straighten up with your wife and your child. Okay, so that was number one.
You need to do right.
Right. Yeah. Just simply do right. And so I started to do right. I like to say that I took the scenic route to get to where I am now.
Well, you see, that's how important your life is to God. that
That's
he
right.
did this to you. He didn't do it out of hatred to you. He did this out of love. He was trying to get you to focus in on him. And I'm kind of the same way. Unfortunately, I didn't get paralyzed and go through what you went through, but I got a for sure wake up call, and it changed me 100%. Not that I was a bad person in the beginning, but there was a little piece of me that I wasn't giving back to my brothers and sisters in Christ. And God wanted me to do that, and now I'm doing. If you would have asked me, last year,
hi DJ,
hey John, you're going to be on this panel once a month at a cancer hospital, and you're going to be speaking to people with cancer that are going through it, that are suffering, and you're going to talk to them, tell them your story, and give them hope. I'd go, you're nuts. There's no way in hell I'm going to do that.
Right.
Well, guess what? Who's laughing now?
Right.
Exactly. This is my journey. And look, I've even had dreams about this while I was sick in bed and couldn't walk, couldn't eat. And I had visions and dreams of this that I never had in my life.
Yep.
What are you going to do, right? I mean.
Hey, Ninja.
Yes.
So my dad, God rest his soul, I just lost him 2 years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He's in a better place wherever he is because this world was not kind to him. But my dad used to have a saying, Ninja, that I was thinking about as you were telling your testimony there. Unfortunately, fell victim to this saying many times in my life. My dad is actually one of the smartest people I've ever known to walk the planet. A hard head makes for a soft ass.
Yep.
It sure does.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not, Ninja, I don't even know you, so I'm certainly not labeling you or saying anything. As you were telling your story, it was reverberating through my head, and that's me too.
Right.
The hardest lessons we learn are the ones we never forget.
Yep.
That's a very true saying.
Yep. No, I'm always willing to tell my story because I'm here as, for one, a living testament. Yeah. It doesn't matter how far you fall, God's hand could still reach down and pick you back up.
Absolutely.
Living proof.
Yep. And, number two, I'm also a cautionary tale. Do not abuse the people that love you the most.
That's right. Which we tend to do, guys, as human beings, mainly men do it for the women, but I think that men are very guilty of that. I know I've been in my past.
Oh, yeah.
because we feel like, okay, well, they know us, so it's okay if I act this way. And it's not okay, guys.
Nope, it's not okay.
I ran my last girlfriend off because I was going through my surgery and I was barking orders at her, expecting her to, help me. And it wasn't her job to do that. Especially it wasn't her job to listen to me bark. And I didn't know that I was doing that. I was needing help very quickly and dramatically. And she wound up leaving. So I've been here a month and a half now with no girlfriend because of my behavior. And then and I'm not sitting there crying about it. I'm an open book. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm lending credence to your story by virtue that men typically, guys, are more guilty, I think, than females of treating the ones closest to us the worst.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. But with that being said, we are God's children. We are not perfect. God did not design us perfect. We have our faults. And the reason we have our faults is so we can come to God and ask for forgiveness. And we learn from those experiences. That's what God wants. Why are we are not designed to be on this earth. We are designed to be with the Father.
Yep.
This is just a journey we're on right here. Our end result is with the Father.
Yep.
Okay. And this is what we're going through. In earth, humans on this earth, this is a teaching. This is a school where we're learning how to be like Christ, how to be with Christ. That's what this is about. And we're going to
John, also the old adage I feel is very true. I could be wrong as I'm more wrong than I'm ever right. Got to go through hell before you get to heaven. This proving ground, if you will. And guys, just think of it. I'm 53 years old, and I'm Ninja and John. Y'all are probably similarly close in age.
A little bit older, but yeah.
So think about when we were kids, the world we grew up in versus the world we're living in now. It's
totally different world.
More hell-like now.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. Total difference, night and day.
I'm still getting lessons thrown at me, and I can't figure out what's going on. As a kid, I swallowed bleach and pills, got my stomach pumped out. As a teenager, on Friday the 13th, the day after my 13th birthday, I got hit by a car. A priest was driving it.
Oh wow.
I went to Catholic school, flunked religion for 2 years.
Hey, Sean.
I went to churches to see if I could find out what their teaching is and what they're talking about. Before I could even step a foot onto the step of the church, I was told not to come. I wasn't welcomed.
Wow.
They should have never said that.
Who told you that?
Any church.
4 different churches, different denominations.
Oh my goodness, that's
Okay?
terrible.
Wow.
So I don't go to church. I don't read the Bible, but I do treat people the way I want to be treated.
Yes.
And that's with an open heart and kindness.
Right.
So then I've lost 3 men in my life, November, October, and December. One was from heart attack, which was my oldest daughter's father. One was my boyfriend who killed himself because he had cancer and there was no coming back.
Oh, dear.
And one was my stepfather who died because of the Nashville bomber. When he took out that AT&T building, my stepfather was a retired master sergeant in the Army. His home was outside of Fort Campbell, back gate. To get a signal, he was in a valley. There was no way. By the time he got there, the ambulance got there, he died on the way to the hospital.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Then-
sorry to hear that.
Then I had a marriage, busted my butt, worked 4 different jobs, went back to work 2 weeks after my youngest was born, and I became disabled, and he left me and cheated on me. And he told me he said, I only used you and I never loved you.
Oh my goodness.
Still not divorced from him, and I've been separated since 2002.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm disabled to my legs. So I'm still trying to figure out what God's blessings to me is.
Des, can I stop you for one quick second? First of all, let me just speak to one thing that I know to be a fact. I can't speak. I'm not an authority on anything except one point that you brought up. The fact that your boyfriend cheated on you and said that he never loved you and that he used you, that is not a reflection of you. That is a reflection on him.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
Yep.
100%.
That's a fact.
But he used me to the point that I became disabled. That's what really hurts.
What?
He has to answer for that. He has to
I'm
answer.
legally disabled. I have lymphedema, cellulitis in both of my legs and feet, osteoarthritis in both of my knees. I have a rotacuff injury in the shoulder and lower back injury. I used to work 4 jobs, get about 3 hours of sleep a night, and get up and go to the next job so I could make sure that my kids had food. I would give him the money for bills, and he would spend it on his weed, his $100 pair of jeans and sneakers and stuff. I sold my wedding ring and movies so I could have food on the table for my kids.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out. Sorry, it's hurtful.
Well,
So I'm still trying to figure out my lessons, but at the same time, I don't hold that against from judging other people, and I try to keep an open heart, and mind towards other people. So for me, that's my lesson to myself: is to love everybody the way I want to be loved and treated, with respect, dignity, and kindness,
That's
Well,
all.
no matter what
Right.
they believe in.
Des, I love you. I
I
love
know.
you.
I just met you and I already love you.
Oh, thank you.
Already.
I love you.
But Des, let's look at something real quick. Everything you just told us, and you're still here.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the trials and tribulations that you went through. Jesus Christ, when he walked on this earth, he went through even worse
Yep.
than any of
No,
us
I know.
went through.
Look at the death he
Survived it,
endured. The death is alone that he endured.
and he survived it. He
Right.
went through the torment, the struggles, just like all of us. And yours was not good. And I'm so sorry that happened to you. But I can tell you that there's a reason why you are still in the game, and God has his best interest in you.
Yeah.
And whether or not someone can help you find out what you're seeking, I would be.
Right now, I just want to find somebody to help me do this divorce.
Oh, I'm not a divorce attorney.
I've had these divorce papers for 12 years, and I still don't understand them.
Oh,
I just want a simple form that says, I have no assets, nothing with this guy. The kids are over 21. I want my maiden name back. Was it, split, just
Right.
decide to go our separate ways. Yes. Here we go. You know, that's all I want. Just give me an
What's up,
easy,
Gary?
basic form. Hey, Gary. But you know,
Well,
I just get up and shuffle along. And oh, speaking of gifts, see that big box right there?
Yeah.
I thought I was getting a gift from a friend, and it turned around. It's my wound specialist doctor. I just spent $50 or more on wraps and Alocaine, which is lidocaine. And next thing you know, I got this in the mail. It's a big box of wound bandages for my legs.
Hey,
So,
Dad, do me a favor. On my
What?
will have my email address.
Mhm.
Send me an email and put your home address on there if you feel comfortable doing that.
I can
and
do that.
And your phone number.
Okay, I can do that.
and look in the private chat. I just gave you my email, and I'm open for discussion anytime you need to talk about that.
Thanks, John.
I may not be the person that can do it, but I can lead you in the right direction to help you on your
See this
journey.
right here, Des? That's called an ear. See that right there? That's called an ear. They both work, so you can call me anytime you want.
I appreciate it.
But
I'm always everybody else's ear.
I want your home address too, okay?
Well, it's time for somebody to help you.
Right.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. We
Guys,
we
we're
all
we're all
we
connected.
yeah. You
There's
know,
no
and
color, there's no race, there's none of that. We're all God's children, and we're supposed to help each other.
I mean, look
I agree with that.
God, if I don't love you or help you,
Des, look how ugly I am. I mean,
No.
Oh, give me a break. Look how ugly you are. Get out of here.
I put the you in ugly, man.
no, I'm so ugly. I'm fugly, baby.
No.
Okay, you win.
Finally,
my
winning
goodness.
something. Finally.
Now, what I was gonna say is, even the strongest of us, we need that propping up. We need that attaboy. We need that pat on the back, and that's why I always, I always shout out Gary whenever I can, because I mean he's ever since the very first time I met this man, nothing but kind words.
Yep.
And that is in short supply these days. So
yes, it is.
It is a great breath of fresh air to hear somebody, instead of spewing out hate and anger and negativity, to speak kind words and be gentle and be funny and be sincere. So that's how come I'm like, this guy is a champion. I mean, there's no other way to put it. No other way to put it. He's a champion, straight up.
Yeah, he is. I was lucky I met him, and through him I met Devil Dog and everybody else.
Yeah.
John and everybody. So.
Yeah.
But guys, here's the thing. The world is a cold, hard place, as our friend Des just attested to. Ninja, you shared your little not little, I'm sorry, you shared your shared your adversities with us. John, you shared yours. I shared a little bit of mine. We all have something in common. Well, we all have a lot in common. But guys, let's understand one thing. We're all sitting here breathing in oxygen and expelling carbon dioxide.
Here we are.
It ain't that bad.
Yeah.
You see,
It makes
I just said that.
look like it. Bank account don't look right, or I got cracks in my ceiling right there. Cracks in my ceiling. It ain't no big deal. I'm still alive.
Right.
I'm still standing after all these years. That song, that Billy Joel song, I think, or whoever sang that.
Elton John.
Elton John, yeah.
You're close. You're in there somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, both piano players, right? So
I'm whiter than everybody on the panel.
hey, look, it don't matter if you were or weren't, because I don't see colors.
Oh man.
And listen, when I was I hung out with all black guys in my platoon. We'd go out dancing out in town at night. You know what they called me? Keebler. That's why.
Oh my goodness.
That's a good one.
So yes, home with the ladies every night.
And thank you for your service, by the way.
And look, I didn't do anything but my job. So it ain't
But
no big deal.
you signed up. Thank you. You didn't have to, but you did.
I'm just glad that I'm here to talk to you four on panel and everybody in our chat. Everybody in this chat, Maple Cook has been very, very pronounced tonight, guys. You guys reach out to these channels. Gary at Belt Loop 29. Everybody knows Gary, but like Maple Cook. You guys reach out to Maple Cook. He is an extremely talented chef. Nancy with Our Treasured Home. She's had some issues. She was in the hospital. I thought we were going to lose her. You know, she's a warrior. She came back and she's doing mail calls now. Let's see who else we got here. Nicole Schaaf. You know, I mean, she helps everybody. I mean, look at all this stuff, guys. Madwood Barbecue. He's in everybody's chat. Guys, we have a lot to be happy about. We really do.
Yeah, we do.
We have a lot to be happy about. So let's not cry in our coffee. Let's give our neighbor a cup of coffee instead. Why don't we do Runes? Look at Gary. Runes all hollering at Gary over there. You know, Runes is everywhere. So my point is, guys, you know, things suck, right? So what? You got to be tougher than what you're dealing with, guys.
Yeah.
You got to be tougher. And you know what? We may not be that tough, but our Father is.
Yep.
Our Father damn sure is.
Absolutely.
Do you know how many stripes he had on his body when he finally fell off that cross? Nobody can count that many.
Right.
He was whipped and tortured mercilessly.
Yeah.
Hung along 2 thieves. And that was our Lord and Savior. So my point is to all of this, because we're all believers. I'm not sitting here, you know, offending anybody. If he can endure that, we can certainly endure what we're going through, right?
Right. Yep. Yep. So
Yep.
when you want to, you know, complain and cry about your day being bad, always remember there's somebody that has it 20 times as bad as you.
Worse. Yep.
Yep.
And I saw that every day when I was taking treatments. I had 33 treatments of radiation, and I had to go every day to get that, except the weekends, to get radiated. And after a while, I got to know everyone in the waiting room, and some of them didn't make it. Some of them didn't survive, and I got to know them. And I thought I was bad off, feeling sorry for myself. No, there were some that were far worse.
The cancer you had, John? John, what was the name of that cancer they diagnosed you with?
Squamous cell carcinoma.
That's what Ed Van Halen had, I believe. And I'm going to research that to make sure I'm fine, but I believe that's what he had initially. And then metastasized, it went to the brain.
I'm not sure that's what he had, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying it. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
Yeah, because it's beatable. And the only reason he would have died from that is if he didn't take the treatments.
Well, no, he went over to Europe for a special treatment that the U.S. didn't offer. So it was, I don't know what it was he had, but
so then that's possible.
It started out as simple mouth cancer, and then it was throat cancer, and then it metastasized, you know.
See, his was probably different than mine. Mine was just, his started out in the mouth. Mine was just right here the whole time.
Yep. Facts, Gary. I was sad because I had no shoes until I met a man that had no feet. Facts.
Amen.
Facts.
That's the point we're saying. We think we got it bad. You know, hey, I go down to the VA hospital and I'm bitching because I'm hobbling. It takes me 20 minutes to get through the door.
At least
and
you
I'm
got legs.
At a double amputee who lives at the VA,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife lost an uncle that eventually his body just died. Just everything shut down in it. He was in Vietnam, and that Agent Orange stuff just ate him up.
My dad's got it.
It ruined him. It killed him.
My dad's got Agent Orange, and then my stepfather, when he went through Operation Desert Storm, the first Gulf War, he came back. A lot of the soldiers came back deathly sick from whatever was going on there with the chemicals and stuff.
And stuff they were burning too. They were burning stuff, and it was in the air. And I read a lot about that. It was terrible.
Now, I got a question. Maybe somebody in this panel that's a lot smarter than me can help answer. How many trillions of dollars has been dedicated toward cancer research and finding a cure?
Nowhere. Trillions? No.
Not enough money.
Donated by who? The government?
No. Everywhere you go, Susan G. Komen, all these cancer charities and whatnot. Every year, I know here in Dallas, Texas, Susan G. Komen is huge. Okay.
Yep.
Here, close to $1 billion is generated in our local Texas, right? So it's got to be throughout the world. It's got to be.
Oh, throughout the world, yeah, it's got to be trillions.
How come we don't have a cure for cancer?
Don't know yet. No idea.
We put a man on the moon.
I have a theory, but I won't say it on camera.
I'll say it because
I think I agree already with you, Ninja.
well, cancer's a
It's
money
called
maker.
big pharma.
Yep, cancer's a money maker.
That's right.
Now
Yep.
be careful what you say on panel because Big Brother is watching.
Yeah. I just think it's candy canes and tree toppers.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Candy canes and tree toppers.
Yeah, there are trigger words. You as a new YouTuber, there are trigger words you should not say on panel
Yeah.
because they will take your channel down.
Oh, okay.
Trigger words.
Yeah.
Political trigger words, medical misinformation.
Yeah.
Don't. They'll take your
Yeah.
channel.
Oh, it's been happening to three separate YouTubers. They were talking about politics.
Yeah, don't say the current president's name.
Right. Yeah, no.
Call
I'm
him
just-
Potato Head, and then the last president we call him Mr. T. You know, and we
Right.
just kind of speak in codes when I'm around
Right.
with other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, but what I was saying is like
That's really sad too. That's really sad.
yeah, three separate YouTubers they were talking about politics. All of a sudden, there's like one person's stream just went down, just cut right off. The other two, their screen started flickering like this light green, and it flickered, and then their bandwidth just dropped to where they were chugging, like they would move like every 2 or 3 seconds. They would move until they just got frustrated and took the stream down.
Wow.
But their stream was fine until they start speaking about that particular subject.
That's terrible. Whatever happened to freedom of speech, man?
No, this is not a free speech platform. This is
Yeah.
not.
Well, then
I'm not doing that.
maybe I should just quit. Period.
No, you need to stay right where you are because you'll do fine. You just got to know how to do it. Now, my son is in computer science. As a matter of fact, he's graduating next semester. He is majoring in cybersecurity.
Mhm.
He could sit here and talk to you for an hour and tell you all about YouTube. Well, I ain't going to do that. It's boring. But he will tell you this: YouTube is a business, and when you say things that aren't part of the business that makes them money, they will whack you in a heartbeat.
Yep.
And
They'll
because
shut it down.
so many of the people, the sponsors, the people that buy ads on YouTube, most of them are not like-minded people like us. They're a little on the left. They're not in the middle. And
Yeah.
if they hear those things,
I got you.
they will go to YouTube and say, "Oh, I'm pulling my ads out."
Yep.
And okay, so it's all about money.
I'm a businessman of 23 years. I've been in business. I've owned several businesses. My oldest business that I still run is 23 years old. So yes, I understand there's certain things you got to do and certain things you can't do. And yeah, I get it. So we're over that. We're good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't talk that stuff on my channel.
Yeah,
All
I don't talk religion or politics.
I can do it both sides.
Can you do it with no hands?
Okay, sent you guys emails.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Des.
All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to step down. I got to get back in the house. I walk back. This, what you see behind me, if you look at my videos, this is where I do a lot of my prep work for my cooking shows that I do. And I have several grills out in my outdoor kitchen. You know, I have a pellet grill, a smoker. I have all kinds of stuff, and I just do different things with that. And but this is kind of my office, and this is where my computer is with the right, you know, camera and everything. I was up in the front house, sitting in my recliner, just on my laptop, and then y'all popped up, and I was just checking y'all out. So that's why I said, "Hey, give me 2 minutes."
And look what happened.
Look what happened. But I'm
one
gonna step down.
1 hour later.
Yeah. Exactly, because you are all great people, and we're all like-minded people. So how can we not talk for an hour, right?
Right. Yeah.
But I really appreciate you having me up and letting me introduce myself. And it's so nice to meet you guys. It really is. It's
Sure.
a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
And,
Same here.
I'm
And
gonna,
I'm gonna watch your cooking videos because that's really what I like to do. I'm a cooking channel.
yeah,
Since I had my surgery, my smoker rig weighs 1,700 pounds, so I can't move it out of my garage. Look,
right.
my truck stays out in the driveway. My smoker stays in the garage. Okay,
I understand.
so
Right.
I can't physically maneuver my smoker out to where I can use it because of the smoke. I don't want to use it in my garage. So with my back, I can't. I mean, I'm strong enough to do it, but I mean, I don't want to tear up the hardwood.
Tweak it. All you have to do is tweak it the wrong way, and you're done.
Exactly. I go through
Yeah.
all this. So I've been doing more guitar stuff and lives and all that to just buy time until, I'm look here, John, you were talking about your recovery. My recovery is a year to 15 months. I'm only 3 months into recovery right now. So I've got a long stretch ahead of me.
I got a long way to go, and
Yeah.
so do you. Right.
So I'm just trying to be safe and, buy
Right.
time. And I know that my channel is suffering because people want to come see me cook. And that's really what I love to do the most. But I can't do enough of it to sustain my channel. So I had to kind of do other things because I am a local musician here in town. I have a band. We play around town, but now I'm out of commission now because of my surgery. So
Cool.
I feel kind of incomplete, I guess, because I can't do.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
It'll come back. Don't worry about it. Mine's coming back. Yours is going to come back. Don't
Yeah.
sweat.
You got us all here to prop you up.
Yeah. But you'll like some of my videos. Now look, guys, I'm not a professional chef. I don't claim to be. I did train under a well-renowned chef in Baton Rouge at a Cajun restaurant years ago. So I learned how to cook a lot of stuff, but I've also just cooked anyway. Most people in Louisiana, we all know how to cook.
Yes.
We know how to cook good Cajun food. So you might find some of the stuff I do interesting. Some of the dishes that I do are traditional. You'll see them all over YouTube. But what I do is I make it Cajun. I add flavor to it. Not everything Cajun is hot. Cajun is flavor.
Throw
You'll
some.
see that if you watch it. What'd you
Well,
think?
I know everything I see is hot and spicy. I'm like, what about for us that don't like hot and
No.
spicy?
My wife doesn't like hot and spicy, and she's 100% Cajun. I'm more the country boy from the northern part of the state. She's a true Cajun. I'm not. So, and she doesn't like spicy. So I have to find the balance and cook
In the middle. Yeah.
Flavor's everything. It's really not spice.
So
The
here's the thing.
flavor-
Talk about flavors, John. I talk about layers of flavor because different zones. This is what
Right.
makes you taste food, guys. Is your taste buds, which reside mainly on your tongue.
Yeah.
So there's different zones, right? So when I make food, I want you to get a certain flavor or a smell first, and then as you enjoy it, you chew it, you get, oh, wait a minute, what is that? Oh man, what is that? I want to have layers built in there, guys.
Yeah.
John Foles, one of your countrymen. What's the other guy? Justin Wilson, right? So all these people, layers of flavor, right? I learned through PBS back in the old days, Channel 13, cooking
Yes.
layers of flavor. So when I cook, that's how I cook, is layers.
Paul Perdome.
Yeah, Paul Prudhomme.
Yeah.
too.
You need to go watch him. And Justin Wilson actually isn't a Cajun. He's actually from Tupelo, Mississippi. He's not Cajun at all.
I will tell you, when I was in the food business in the 90s,
Mhm.
Emeril Lagasse was a sous chef at Commander's Palace in New Orleans. That was one of our territories. It wasn't my territory. It was Tracy Weston's territory. But so we had a company here in Dallas, and we shipped products all over. We shipped products to New Mexico, Oklahoma, Wichita, Kansas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Texas. Okay, that was our region. And then later we went out to Birmingham, Alabama.
Right.
Emeril Lagasse was a sous chef. He was just, a hardworking chef, right? And so we were at a food show down there at the Marriott Hotel down by the riverfront. There used to be a Marriott Hotel. I don't know if it's still there, but we were at a 3-day food show, and we met Emeril Lagasse, we met Justin Wilson, met John Foles, we met Susan from Bayona Restaurant, Susan Spicer. We met all these cool regional chefs. And Justin Wilson was the only one I knew who he was because I knew him from TV.
Yeah.
And we had applewood smoked bacon. I'll never forget it. My boss has a picture. We had this little bitty paper plate. We had like 2 little pieces of Newski's applewood smoked bacon. And we wanted him to try it to see if he could use it at any of his restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
So I handed the plate. My boss had a picture of me hand. There's Justin Wilson and one of his handlers. Justin takes the bacon, he chomps it, and he's got those fake teeth. He goes, he looks at his handler and goes, eat a piece of that. So we handed a piece to his handler. Golly, that's good. Then they walked away.
That's funny.
How did he do it again, BBQ? How you do it again?
Golly, that's good. Chomping like.
Yeah.
Hey, John, Belt Loop's got a question. He said, okay, where'd it go? Sugar Shack.
Have you ever done mac and cheese bites before?
Yes, thank you.
But I have not done a video on it. And as a matter of fact, I do have a video I might do on the mac and cheese pie, which is really good. Of course,
I am intrigued.
Right now, I'm doing a lot of stuff with bacon wrap stuff. I'm going through a lot of that right now. Of course, the video I dropped yesterday was just chicken thighs, which is really good, which came out. God, it's so good.
Part of the chicken. Best part of the chicken is the thigh meat, baby.
Absolutely. And
the butt, the chicken butt, the little flap of skin over the backside, the butts, that's the best part.
Tell nobody. Don't tell nobody.
Butts,
Don't
man.
give away the secret. Well, John, you may not consider yourself a professional chef, but you know, for me, sir, I am a professional eater. So I mean, right?
Finger looking good. That's it.
Right.
Just
Finger
watch
foods.
the videos, you'll see at the end when I'm eating it. You're like, and those facial expressions I make, they're real because I'm like, oh man, that's good.
Okay, so here's something, John, about food, right? So I've been cooking a long time myself. And so everybody says, oh, I get all these compliments on my cooking, and everybody says how great my food is. That's fine for you. What I want to hear when people are eating my food is I want to hear this.
The noises and the sounds.
And
I don't
want to join it.
Because if you're talking,
right.
Yeah, that means you don't really like it. If you got time to talk, you ain't getting down on the get down. See, when you're eating my food, I better hear sounds coming out of you that I ain't never heard a human make before.
Now you see, I've done competition cooking here and there over the years, but my channel is not about competition cooking. It's about flavor. I don't care how it looks. It's about how it tastes. You know, those chicken thighs, if you watch that video, I could have squared them up and made them look like something on a TV channel, but that ain't what I'm about, man. I'm about making it taste good, and I want my people who watch me to be able to do it. I don't expect them to sit there and trim those chicken thighs and make them square and rounded at the top and look like a work of art. No. Trim off the excess fat.
John,
and
not you two. John in chat.
What?
John in chat. The other John, the third John.
So yeah, I'm like you, John. I don't do comp cooks. I've never done a comp. Well, I've done small stuff, but I've never done a comp because you know what? It's very expensive. You got to buy the right equipment. You got to buy a big RV to live in for 3 days. It's a schlep, man. It's a big schlep. And then you got everybody in the world that wants to one up you, and then pretty soon you're broke because you spent all your money on your equipment. Look here, man. I'm a guy that spent every money I had from the casinos. I built me a pit down at Lone Star Grills. And I'm just a guy that likes to make people go,
Yeah, that's it.
I want to see you roll back. I want to see you get wobbly in the knees. That's all.
Man, that was good. Yeah.
I'm waiting for a good place down here to open up. I'm telling you, they don't know how to barbecue. Who puts barbecue pork on a plate with no sauce on the barbecue pork ribs? I want my ribs to have sauce on it, cooked on it.
So you like ribs?
Yes.
There's two types of ribs. There's dry and sauce. And you're a sauce person.
Everybody does dry here. Nobody does sauce. I'm like,
both of them have in the competition where both of them have sauce. It's just one is finished with sauce, one is not.
Right.
I want it finished. I want it baked on there, like finger licking stuck to your fingertips, and you're doing this off of your fingers with the sauce. That's what I want.
Go watch one of my rib videos.
I think Sunday I'm doing that exact. I think I'm doing baby back ribs that are going to be finished over a hot fire, and it's going to have that sticky kind of.
That's the kind I like. But I need to do it for my oven because I don't have a grill.
You can do it in your oven. You just won't have the smoke taste, but you can absolutely do it in your oven. And that's something that I say in my videos because not everybody has ovens. And that goes back to what we were just talking about competition cooking. If you start doing competition cooking on your channel, you will lose people. People will go, man, I can't do all that. Man, I just want some chicken. I just want some ribs. I just want a brisket. I don't want to do all that. People don't want to do that. People want good food. They want to know how to season it, how to cook it, and then they want to eat it.
Yeah.
That's all they want. And
I have two racks of ribs sitting in my freezer, just waiting.
Go watch my video. Go watch my rib videos, and you can cook.
But is that for the oven?
Yep, you can cook them. Okay. You just won't have the smoke taste on them. Okay.
And if you look at my videos, I've got a Dr. Pepper braised certified Angus choice brisket that I did in the oven. That was one of the best briskets I've ever cooked in my life.
Yep. Oven briskets are good.
You guys are to pack more weight on me.
Hey, I'm trying to gain some weight back.
You only go around once. Make sure it's
I taught my kids how to make black beans and rice with beef in it, with cumin and Spanish seasoning in it and everything.
There's an apartment.
I'm sorry?
Are you in an apartment or are you in a home?
I'm in a townhouse. I'm renting to own a townhouse.
So you don't have anywhere to put a grill outside of any size?
No, we had a grill for like 2 years during hurricane season, and we used it twice, and we burned everything on it, and then it fell apart. It fell apart from rust, from lack of use. So no. Because we've always grew up in apartments. You know, the kids and I had housing and stuff. And so I'm renting to own this townhouse with my stepmother. It's the first place we have outside of housing.
Nice.
So I got 2.5 years left, and it's paid off.
Congratulations. That is awesome.
Nice.
So,
but if you ever try to get another grill down the road, there are little grills you can get. Pellet grills have become very popular right now, and they even make small ones that would fit on a balcony now. Those are excellent for doing all kinds of cooking. They're programmable.
I have to cook it in my parking space out front.
Yeah. You can pull it out and do it. Just remember, if you go with a charcoal grill or a gas grill, most of the cooking you're going to need to do on that will be indirect cooking. Don't put it over the coals all the time.
That was part of our problem because we didn't have anybody teaching us how. And then my son didn't want to wait until, I guess, thank you, Gary. My son didn't want to wait until the charcoal was down some, I guess. You know, you don't want to have a full flame when you put it on the grill. He's going for another one.
You see, I can't drink right now. They haven't released me to drink yet. They still don't want me to drink. And so you just drink one for me, buddy.
That's that sparkling water.
It is water.
I'm going to be having sparkling water come Saturday night for my birthday.
It's all an act, guys. All a ruse, okay?
Yeah.
Well, Dez, I hope you get to cook one day, man. I want everybody to be able to go outside and grill because that experience, because it's a family thing. You get your kids. You said you have kids. Get them involved in the prepping and then get them outside and show them how to cook it. And then y'all sit down as a family and eat it. Man, that's what it's all about.
Hey, Des, can I tell you a true story?
Sure.
And John, you're going to love this. Ninja, this has got humility written all over it. When I lived in Austin, Texas, probably 20 years ago, I lived there for about 7 or 8 years. My food business job, I was selling meat. I was what's called a protein specialist, center of the plate specialist. They shipped me down to Austin to help open an office down there. And down there, we had this new meat product. It was called Hereford, certified Hereford beef by Red Oak. Red Oak was the ranch that grew the cattle, white-faced Herefords, and they slaughtered them at 850 pounds. And then we got the meat off of them.
Right.
And we sold it to restaurants. Hereford beef is a non-graded product by the USDA, but it's a beautiful product. It eats so wonderfully. Great beefy flavor, but very little marbling. So it would not
raised on a cattle farm.
Yeah, so it would not grade high on the muscular fat side or the intermuscular fat side, but the flavor and the genetics are there. So I had a 109 rib. Okay, I took the bones and I cut them, but yet I put butcher twine around it so I could still keep the bone intact to get the flavor. Salted, peppered that bad boy, and I had a big smoker at the time, Des. I was living in an apartment, and it was cold. I remember it was cold and drizzly that day, Des, and something just told me, because it was going to be a long cook. I was smoking this 20-pound piece of meat, take my grill through my apartment, down the sidewalk into my front parking space. Something told me I had never done it before or since, but thank God this day I did this, Des. I wheeled this probably 400-pound machine, this smoker. It was I'll tell you what it was. It was an Oklahoma Joe Bandera.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Vertical cabinet, the middle firebox / grill. Okay.
Heavy.
I wheeled it through my apartment, 1-bedroom apartment, down the little walkway into I set it up. I had cones around it and all that. Well, I put this prime rib on the smoker, right? And it starts drizzling. I go back inside. I have 1 or 2 or 3 frozen drinks or whatever you want to call it.
Adult beverages.
I go out there to check the prime rib and it ain't cooking. So I put a couple extra splits on that smoker. Go back out another hour and I'm thinking this thing ain't getting very much fire. I need to jack that fire up. Put another couple of splits on and now we got fire. I go back in the house because it's only about 42 degrees and drizzly. And I'm looking out the sliding glass door and all of a sudden, by golly, I see flames where flames should not be.
Oh no!
I runs out there in my flip flop or my house shoes, looking like the dude from Big Lebowski. By golly, I opened that fire up way yonder. I opened the closet of the vertical, roaring fire. The grease fire from the prime rib ribeye had caught the whole thing on fire.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking, oh my God. And I mean, guys, flames are 8, 10 foot, 12 foot up in the air, and I can't do nothing to stop it. My prime rib's burning up.
And you didn't have oven gloves.
So what I did was I went back through my apartment, and on my patio, I had a box or a bag of soil, like dirt for my flower bed because I grew little flowers and stuff. Only thing I knew to do, never put water on a grease fire, put dirt on it. So I took the bag and I'm running, it's raining, and I'm curb, and I go out there and cut the bag open, my fingernail, and I dump it on there. Ooh, the fire blows up even double. I mean, the sides are swelling out on this damn.
There's chemicals in the soil.
Blow that damn thing down there up to the sky. So I go back in my apartment, I'm running again, and I get the old beef towel. I'm gonna save that brisket now. And I got it real wet. Right? So I'm carrying out in the rain this wet, big old beach towel. I go in there and I reach flames like a fireman. I grab that baby out of there and I threw it on the ground. The prime rib's on fire. So I go to with the towel. I didn't want to throw dirt on my prime rib.
Oh, my meat, baby. My meat, baby. Oh, Lord have mercy. My meat, baby.
Fire trucks are coming. And I'm over there patting the baby. Now, had I not brought that smoker into that walkway that day, I would have burnt the whole building down. Now, here's the funniest thing about it. I scraped all the char off that prime rib. I took that prime rib to work the next day. It was the best damn prime rib Tuesday I've ever cooked. Black on the outside and rosy pink on the inside, guys. The thing's only been on about 2.5, 3 hours.
Oh my goodness!
To this day, it was the best prime rib ever cooked in the day.
So, did you get kicked out of the apartment after that?
No, because I was within the law. You were not.
He was smart. Somehow somebody said, "Get your rear end to the parking lot with that machine."
Because it was a prime rib and it was a fatty cut. Well, what if a fire? I've never caught a smoker on fire before. So anyway, guys, I had to throw the smoker to the curb because the sides were rounded on the closet. The heat had built up and the paint was all chipped up, fried. It looked like a big green egg. I'm here to told
you. Wiggs is right. A man's gotta have his priorities. I gotta save that meat, baby. Gotta save that meat, baby.
Have you ever had? I went up to Vermont when my boyfriend was still alive. He was working up there. He worked cell towers, so we could have our cell signals. And so he took me to a restaurant, a steakhouse, and I have never had this before, and it was amazing. It was a granite stone that they put in a fire or heated up in the oven or something to a really big temperature, and they
Breathe, man, breathe.
I can't do it.
and they seared the outside of the steak, and they put or whatever it was, this nice piece of meat, and you cut it, and it's like raw inside. And you can cook it on the stone. Oh my gosh, it was
Good, huh?
so good. I have never had, it had rosemary, garlic, and black pepper, and I would just cut it and sear it and cook it on it's the color I want. It was unbelievable. Never had it before in my whole life. Now that is a good piece of meat.
That sounds excellent.
It was really good. And I have pictures of the steakhouse name, so I'll never forget. And then I went to, also in Vermont, I went to a Scottish pub, and they had the armor and everything, and they had all the Scottish whiskey and everything. I mean, everything was legit.
Right.
And they did, ooh, yum, the way I like it too, on the crispy side. And they turned around and they made a deconstructed shepherd's pie. Oh, jerky. Yum. What is it? It looks like jerky.
Oh, this is bacon. This is bacon.
Oh, I know yours is bacon.
Oh, look at
for
that.
my dog. It's for my dog.
I was getting
Oh,
ready to
it's a Biggins.
say.
Bacon.
Yep, I was getting ready to say those look like bacon strips.
Yes, I
My
love
lab, my chocolate lab that's sitting right here on the side of me. He's been wanting a treat the whole time.
Uh-huh. What, John?
I gotta have my pie. My shepherd's pie. Mashed potatoes and ground beef and green peas. Oh, you bet you.
But I've never had it before. But it was a deconstructed one, so it had the meat sauce in a separate dish, and then it had the baby carrots and the baby peas on one thing, and then the mashed potatoes on the other, and then they had the flake. What it would be, the crust would be up on the side. It's like almost like a croissant, but it wasn't. Oh my gosh, it was unbelievable.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I've never ate such good food before.
Bacon strips for my
I bet when BBQ went off camera, he burped and there was a fireball came out.
You know what I'd like to do? What I'd like to do is actually take a lighter and blow it and see if I can. But then I'd probably catch my damn curtains on fire.
Well, just wait till in the morning. Wait till in the morning. He's going to be blowing out the other end.
It was Nancy. It was amazing.
Right?
I'm on the
Yeah,
phone.
some good eats.
I'm on the phone with 4 guys I went to boot or not that I was stationed with, not that I went to boot camp with, and the cursing here is crazy. So
With them. I love the Marine Corps totally, but I didn't like that motherfucker.
see what I'm saying? It's all about that. Now James he's a little bit messed up right now, but
I'm not.
He's just a little inebriated.
And I've been drinking moonshine.
well, there's a lot of cursing too.
I think I would fit right in.
Well, it's all good. You guys deserve it. So
Yeah,
That's right.
get drunk to oblivion tonight.
Just have a good time, man. That's
It's a
Yeah.
birthday party.
exactly.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Once
A
again,
birthday party with no music.
I got to go, guys.
All right, John. It
Yeah,
was great talking to you.
Earlier, you didn't leave earlier, but you know,
You
whatever.
know how it is, man. Good
We
conversation.
were talking about food and good conversation.
Yeah.
We'll
John,
do it
John,
again.
you're welcome anytime, brother.
Man,
Yeah.
thank y'all so much. It's so nice
Hey.
to meet you all. It really
Thank
is.
You're
you.
welcome.
So we're
We'll
now.
be in touch. We'll be in touch, brother.
I'll be back, man. Hey, go live as much as you can. I'm going to go live soon, and y'all probably get the notification. I'm going to start doing a few of them, not many. That's not what I'm about, but I am.
Yeah.
Gonna be so
Okay.
Cool.
hopefully I'll see them. All right.
All right, man.
God bless.
Have a
Bye.
good one.
Thank
God
y'all so
bless.
much. I appreciate it.
Peace.
All right. Good night.
That was a great story of his cancer story.
Yeah, absolutely. Hoorah! Devil dog on deck. What's up, brother? Probably more cursing on the phone.
I don't even think he's listening to it. Yeah, he's on. He's on mute.
They're probably cursing so loud. He's like, man, I can't even take this. Man, this is crazy.
What's going on? He's got it over here somewhere. Okay. Oh no, they're still at it. Oh yeah, and
Right. Like,
yeah,
hold the phone away.
yeah. But anyway, so what else is going on?
Ed, it's late.
Yeah, 10:38, 10:40. Having fun.
But I want to say thank you guys very much for coming, being a part of our live stream tonight, guys. Ninja, I really appreciate the time to get to know you a little bit better and hear a little bit about your story, because
I agree.
Really, that's what I'm about, is story. You know, this platform allows us to do that, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you. And Des, of course, always thank you for your time. Devil Dog, of course. But Ninja, it was very important for me to meet you because I never had this opportunity to hang out with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just going to turn the camera off, John. My son wants to come down.
I'm sorry?
I'm going to turn the camera off, but I'll be here.
Okay. I'm fixing to bail anyway, guys. I'm fixing to go to bed. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll wait. All right.
So anyway, guys, thank you very much. Appreciate all the support. I'm going to be looking at you guys' channel all throughout the next coming week, and I will be supporting you as much as I humanly.
I definitely appreciate that.
You
Don't
have a
forget,
good
every
night.
Thursday here, guys, 7 p.m. Barbecue Rockstar will be here live and in your face, whether you want to or not. You're always welcome up on panel. Just no bots, no scams, none of that, guys.
So
We
I can't
appreciate
promise you I'll always be here because I'm also on Thursday nights. So
that's okay. Hey, if you're here, you're here. If you're not, we know you love us.
Of course I do.
It's okay. And we love your pretty face, Des.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you.
Well, I guess I'll turn into podcast mode before we end. Tomorrow at, I believe, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be interviewed by Rich Cat Ranch. On the Rich Cat Ranch Roundup, it will be me and another panelist, Safe Sounds Texas Audio Excursion.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you want to see
What's
me.
the name of that again? Rich what now?
It's Rich Cat Ranch. That's the YouTube channel. And yeah, I will be interviewed by Rich Cat Ranch, and there will also be another guest who I have no idea who this person is. So you'll see me on camera probably acting so cool and calm and collected like I normally do, but on the inside, I'll be nervous as hell. So.
All right, I've got their link. I'm going to post it real quick.
Hey, Nancy and Anastasia, thank you guys very much. Maple Cook, thank you very much. Nicole, thank you for all that you do for everybody. Gary, thank you for all that you do for everybody, Gary. Let's see, who else do I want to holler at? Maple Cook, yeah, Nancy, Gary. John Wiggs, thank you very much, so much, man. We really appreciate all you guys coming in here. John, thank you very much. Your story is very inspiring. I'm so glad that you are you're okay now. And so nice to meet you. And of course, our other Marine Corps veteran from earlier, what was his name?
Oh gosh.
Chris.
Freedom.
Oh yeah, Freedom.
Loving Freedom.
Yeah. Loving Freedom, I believe.
Loving Freedom.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Loving Freedom. It was very nice to meet you. And you guys just all have a weekend and be safe. And I will be doing a rib cook this weekend. I may throw a brisket in there, so if I go live, you'll see that. But I just wish everybody the best in life, peace, love, and happiness.
Peace, John. Bye, Ninja.
Birthday to my beloved United States Marine Corps. Thank you,
Good
guys.
night, Eddie.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, all.
One more.
One more time. Here it goes.
Oh my goodness. This is gonna belch out a fireball. Here we go.
Jesse Fuller. Jesse Fuller.
Oh my goodness.
Let me breathe on you, Ninja.
No, dude, I already don't have no hair already. You want to take what little I got left off?
Let me see that dome. Bring that dome over here.
Yeah, just shine it up a little bit.
Yeah, like glossy obsidian black.
Hey, Ninja, I love you, man. I love you. Thank you so much for giving us your time tonight, man.
No, thank you for allowing me to come up here
and Des,
speak.
Des, you're my little sunflower, Des.
Aw. Love you, John.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, folks.
Barbecue Rockstar out.